A wizard is never late. He always arrives precisely when he means to. But you're right, I am late. Nevertheless, Dan, thank you very much for the 12 months. Welcome back to the Quack Pack for a year. A pleasure to have you here. Today we have playing with us, Josh.
I'm Josh. Today I will be playing Nico Stormchaser, the Kalistar Storm Herald Barbarian.
I have Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay, and I'm playing Corn Swift Dancer, the Halfling Bettersmith Artificer.
Wow, that blew my mind. I have Michaela.
Hello, I'm Michaela. I am playing Sonia Blackforge, the Dwarven Cleric.
I have Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm playing Dane Redsoul, the Kalistar Circle of the Spurs Brewery.
And just for a change, I have Oscar.
Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm the Oscar Salty. I'll be playing Kelaan, the High Elf Wizard.
We do also, for those of you who are perceptive, have a final player joining us, but her story will be told shortly. For now, it is suffice to say that I have Hannah. Hannah, if you'd like to introduce yourself and just give us the name of your character.
I am Hannah, and the name of my character is Neva Yitiri.
If for those of you who have been keeping up and watching, 2 weeks ago, very sad, Hannah's character, Mai Treshnet, died. She got a little too close to the action with her dagger-wielding bard, and sadly was taken down by the Queen of the Flins. Nevertheless, in that mission, they did manage to find the hyacinth nectar required to restore Corin from the abyssal disease from which he was suffering. The party then decided that, regardless of how many people warned them that all the action and storyline and all the DM's prep was in the other direction, they decided that they were going home, back to Galvynia, to lay Mai Treshnet to rest with her family. Absolute pain in the arse. And thus we ended our session early, and with some prep done, we returned. And we returned to a small area of the woods. Oh, the music didn't change. That's... our party finds themselves on the trail, as you remember before, traveling through the woods in search of the way back to Galvynia. You were given quite clear directions as to the way back. However, we do not resume with you all, but instead we resume with Neva Yuteri. Anna, please can you describe Neva and how she looks?
Oh, I wasn't prepared. Well, she's just a jolly old little furball, like, let's see, how tall is she now? 220 centimeters. She's tall, but not that big. Smart. Yes.
She's tall but not that smart. What a great introduction. Wow, tall but not that smart. It is fair to say that long ago, Neva Yuteri, long ago, but what, 10, 12 years now ago, Neva suffered an accident of sorts and found herself losing consciousness and possibly her life in a forest fire. Nevertheless, she made a deal with a certain being to return to this plane of existence and, when called upon, seek to thwart the efforts of Thrasadun, the chained Great Old One, to return back to the material plane. And not that long ago, in the town of Corundellum, Neva felt a sort of a pulsing feeling of consistent, almost nagging need, as a sort of mental call was going out. And she could feel the presence of Thrasadun, or at least one of Thrasadun's watchers, and knew that it was her time to track down this signal. And so she set off, racing through the forest on her own. We'll see plenty more of that bravery as she plays her character, I'm sure. But eventually, after a while, Neva, you come to an area that looks suspiciously like you see on the screen, though a little further up. to a bend in the path upon the forest trail. And upon this bend, you see ahead of you a dwarf. She is fairly short of stature and somewhat well armoured with a sort of tin pot helm upon her head and a mighty hammer at her shoulder. She leads a wagon, cart. What are we calling it? Wagon?
Wagon. Cart.
Yeah, cart wagon. She leads a cart wagon. With a plodding donkey at the front as she rides up top, guiding the cart on its way. Sitting at her side is a gentleman, shirtless as always, I'm sure. A white wisp in his hair and a huge sword in his... It won't be at his back at this point because it will be in the seat, but sort of resting across his knees is a huge sword, ready to pull at a moment's notice. Flanking the cart out to the right is a wolf, a fully statured wolf, proud in his bearing and mighty in his fur. Calling out to this wolf and walking slightly to the right and behind the cart is a well-cloaked and hooded figure that you might have just caught a glimpse of the moss of his arm as it falls down below his cloak. He walks with sure steps in a woods that he once called home. And to his side rides a small halfling on what appears to be a metallic cat. This beast sort of rides with sort of stilting and loping gait, as you know it to be non-animated. It's incredibly well made and incredibly well structured, but it still doesn't move with the completely natural grace of a truly living being. And between this riding fellow and the cart, sitting on the back of the cart, with his head deep into a book, is an elven figure in a many-coloured robe, looking rather fancy and ostentatious. A thick, heavy tome upon his knee. Sort of within the back of the cart, he sits on a glowing, slightly glowing, ornate chair that he seems to have conjured into the back. And he seems to be paying no attention to any of the beautiful scenery around him. As you come up behind this party onto the road, where did Neva go? Oh, I see what you've done there. Other way, though, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Yep. You're arriving from behind because you are coming from Corundell and they're headed towards Galvynia. You feel.
Did you see my sword in my lap?
Well, she's got brilliant eyes at this particular moment that may become less useful as the campaign goes on because I don't know what her wisdom score is. But nevertheless, she's seen everything right now. Neva, as you come into this area of the woods and you see them about to go around the corner, you are certain that the pulse of this necklace is coming, or the pulse of this signal is coming from the dwarf at the front of the cart. And I hand over to you.
So, I'm gonna right up behind them on my steed. And I'll call out to, I suppose, the entire party. Like, hey, you guys.
I've got my weapon in my hand. What?
Yeah.
What now?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off the cart, sword drawn, and
We
start
can't go
walking around
5
it.
minutes without getting attacked in this forest.
It's true.
Stop my steed as the party stops. I look upon them as they say, I've been on deep travel for a while now, searching for you. Looking to find
That's
you.
nice.
And finally, here you are.
Listen, that seemed really suspicious what you just said.
So you're hunting us down in...
You're not the first.
Great.
Yeah, I'm still pointing my sword towards her, and I'm gonna start slowly approaching her. And I'll say, why would you be looking for us?
You have something
Oh no.
that I need.
Not
Not
again.
again.
I'm searching for.
I thought I got rid of all of those cursed items.
Well, clearly you didn't.
When I start going through my bag.
Does anybody have an enchanted like cotton candy? Maybe that's what she's looking for.
Don't think it's.
I'm gonna look her up and down with a very suspicious look. You realize that's not how stealing something from someone works, right?
Oh no, you have not stolen anything. Of course.
Then what do you want?
I need to join up on you guys.
Oh,
The fuck?
okay, just hop in. Welcome to the group.
Wait a minute, Dane. Hold on.
Hold on, that's not no.
I don't know if we're
No.
hiring yet.
Listen, I know you guys might be suspicious, but I have my clear thoughts on that you were out to defeat the great evil as well.
It's fair to say that she would have given the name as well. Thrazidoon.
Oh God. Does my necklace have any reaction to this?
There is a minor sort of glowing warmth to it. But it doesn't feel like it did when the attention was completely upon you, Sonia. Give me an insight check.
Oh, okay, dokie. What is it? Oh.
I swear these grapes before
10.
session were a terrible idea. They're all in my teeth. Okay, so you get the feeling that perhaps the focus is not on you, but on something you're perceiving. But the warmth is sort of gentle. It's not an angry heat. It's about all you can work out, really.
What happens when I try to take the necklace off? Have we ever established that?
Yes, we haven't established it, but as you try and pull the necklace, you can feel your skin moving with it. Yeah, it's welded
Damn.
to you.
I was hoping maybe this is the person who I can pawn it off on, but I guess not.
Nope.
I'm gonna turn my head to Corallan, and I'm gonna psychically say to him, do you have anything to determine if she's got any malicious intent? I know he doesn't because I just checked, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
It's gonna do cast fireball.
Before he
Usually
answers,
all his spells are all combat based.
You asked just to put him on blast that he can't do it.
Because I think Nico would ask, not knowing what he can do.
Of course.
I
But
see.
is,
I checked just in case.
is it not fair to say that you might address this question to Sonia and Dane as well? And perhaps
sure.
Corin, because they're all,
yeah.
magically inclined.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I have a ring of truth telling. Okay, is this person telling the truth? I have advantage on insight check.
At the moment, thus far, she hasn't lied. You're aware
Great.
of that completely. But, has she really told you much? Not so much.
That's true.
Where are you from?
Good.
well, originally I'm far away from here, but right now I live in Corindel.
Oh, are you the person? Remember, that's why we got in trouble. We were supposed to meet somebody in Corinth. Are you the person we were supposed? Sorry for making you chase us. We had to make a change in destination.
You were given her name, yes. You were given the name of Never Uteni. And if she gives her name, then you would recognize it. But right now, well, I suppose one of you might say, are you that name, Dane? As opposed to just, are you her?
I mean, Dane is already assuming.
Mhm.
I'm not sure as to who you would mean. I suppose there are a lot of people you could meet in Corindel.
Hey,
What else?
you have a name.
What's your name?
Are you
my
Neva?
name is.
Dang, if you tell her,
Neva.
then you.
How did you know my
In
name?
magic.
If you're the person we were supposed to meet, how did you find us and how did you know we weren't going to be there?
I just followed the call, of course.
What call?
You see, my patron, she helped me find you, and
Or what?
my patron.
Sounds alright to me.
It's just pulling me towards that dwarf over there.
So you're a warlock.
I tell him in Elvish, and you're a wizard with a fancy stool.
Fancy chair. However, I put effort into earning my magic.
Eh.
What's
It
the
seems we
nature-
have a seat open though. What'd you say?
Callous.
I don't know what you said, Josh.
I didn't say anything. I was more wondering what the hell you meant by we have a chair open.
Exactly.
Body's not even cold, and you're suggesting that we add someone as a member to replace our dear beloved friend.
Yeah, we've got like a casket in the cart. Corallin's just sitting next to it.
Well, that chair's not open.
What's the nature of the deal you made with your patron? What did it want?
Oh, she just doesn't want to lose any power. Specifically. She wants to keep a steady check, you know? So we can't have Fasten taking a lot of that away, can we?
I mean,
Eh.
Lady of the Forest said we needed Neva. Neva is here. I really don't see the problem, you guys. I mean, it isn't like the Lady of the Forest will just send us to like a random person who wants to kill us.
That's true.
I'll put my sword back on my back, and I'll turn and walk back towards the front of the cart. As I do, I'll telepathically say to Neva, if you want to follow, then follow. But we have somewhere to go.
Yeah. Thrasadune is not like high on our to-do list right now, but I mean, if you're the person we were looking for, then
I could come with you for other adventures as well. I used to take on a lot of different quests and party types, so I'm versatile.
I don't think it's a good selling point to say you've gone through a whole bunch of other teams and now you're alone.
I've just been a stand-in, you see.
oh
People needed
no,
an extra, and I've joined for the fight.
you've been a temp adventurer this whole time.
Temp!
Yes.
Fucking adventurer for hire.
Yeah. You see, I just did some extra cash when me and my mom were just starting out in
A
Corndale.
mercenary and an adventurer.
Yes. Nice one.
So how much do we need to pay you?
Oh, nothing. I'm doing this out of my own will.
At this particular moment, as you guys are having this discussion, you hear a sort of clatter of metal limbs and a sort of hissing noise coming out from the east. You recognize this immediately to be something you've already dealt with in the past.
Spiders.
Those damn
Oh yeah,
spiders again.
pretty little spider. Well, you know, Neighbor has probably dealt with a couple of these on her way past. Either leaving them confused in darkness or, temporarily putting them in a situation where they don't want to continue following her. But as a group, you haven't fought them with Neva before, of course. And in fact, this retriever comes out from behind Neva. Bear me a second. Just too many things at once. It'll turn up eventually.
It's okay. Yeah, it was very small.
I was gonna say it's a baby one.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Not. And Neva, you are the first to react as you turn towards this creature.
Yes.
And so everybody else, can you roll initiative, please?
So you get come out. I'm just gonna yell over at Neva. I hope you can fight.
Holy shit.
How else would I have gotten?
Alan's ready to go.
That's a nice little net 20, I guess. Welcome back.
Just missing Dane's, as per usual. Doesn't come through. 18, correct? Yes? Dane?
Yes,
18?
that is correct.
And Corin, 15, correct?
14.
14. Oh, has your modifier gone down? Or your initiative modifier gone up?
It's gone up because of the
Your
dex.
dex is raise your initiative modifier, right? I see. So Neva, as you turn, you see this metal spider crawling over towards you. How do you respond?
Well, my first reaction is going to be to Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm. That's very fair.
I'm just gonna telepathically just say to Sonia, "Gosh, this one's awfully giggly."
So that's
I'm
what I
gonna
need to
telepathically respond. Yeah, it's kind of like souring my bad mood. I'm trying to sulk.
I really thought you were going to say souring my grapes. Okay, so you're Eldritch Blasting. Go ahead and give me two attack rolls. 20 will hit, yep. Go ahead and give me the damage for that. 13, nice. And the second roll to hit?
11.
And
Oh
11.
wait, I get to roll to hit again.
Yeah, you have to roll to hit twice.
Never mind. That's a 27.
Yep, okay, I'll take the 11 damage now. That's great. Okay, no bonus action out of you, right? You're not consuming any spell slots or anything right now?
No, not currently.
Okay. Fantastic. And that brings us to Kelaan. Kelaan, as you see sort of Neva raise her hand and bolts of force sort of shove into this spider, leaving slight dents in its metal armor. What are you doing? By the way, just to let you know, these guys have fought these before. They're incredibly well armored and are resistant to most damage types, but not fire. So you should be all right.
Yeah, I'll flip through my book and all the way on the first page, I'll bring up my finger up and just throw a bolt of fire at it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty boring.
Okay, go ahead, roll
25.
25 will hit.
That will be 6 damage.
Nice.
And that will conclude my turn.
Okay. The strange metal spider skitters out to the side. As it passes Neva, sort of a blue light sort of swivels to the side. Neva, I need a dex save, please. I believe you have
Absolutely.
advantage on some dex saves, but I can't remember why.
It's situational, and it's if I'm not what is it called? Not cost.
Oh no, you add you can add to your shield's AC, yes. So you add a 2 to your save.
Yeah.
So that's
So
this is not advantage, it's just a flat
it's
plus
10.
2. What? Oh, I see, you
Wait.
rolled 3 times.
Yeah.
I'll take the
accidentally.
middle roll. So that's a 17 with the plus 2, is that correct?
Yes.
And if you would take half damage, you take none, is that correct? Oh no, you can use your reaction. Do you wish to use your reaction to take none? That probably sounds about right.
I will use my reaction of shield masturbation.
Fantastic. It then continues on over to Dane. Dane, it strikes out with its foreleg at you. That's a 26 to hit for 19 damage.
Sheesh.
Ouchie.
And a 14, which will miss, I assume.
Yes, it will, thank God.
Okay, Dane, it's your turn.
Oh my god, I get revenge?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if maybe I can try hitting this thing. I am going to attack it. Of course, you're going to see my staff become mossy. As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shelele. And then I'm going to go to try and dent this thing by hitting it with my stick.
Okay. Go ahead, roll to hit.
Let's see if I hit. Yeah.
Dirty 20 will hit.
13 damage.
Okay. Action, bonus action, any movement?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Night Ice.
Night Eyes is gonna.
If you remember from last time, he wasn't able to do any damage to these whatsoever.
I do remember. Night Eyes is going to disengage. He's gonna move here, and as a bonus. Wait, let me check.
Yep.
Is that about? Yeah, know your enemy.
So you are able to ascertain that this creature is immune to poison, necrotic, and psychic damage. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks that are not adamantine. And it also cannot be frightened, exhausted, poisoned, paralyzed, or charmed. I will paste those out so that you...
They will just shout that randomly. He'll be like, "Hey guys, this thing is immune to necrotic."
Yeah, I think, he sort of communicates to Dane that dark magics and mind magics and poisons don't work on this beast. Its hide is excellent against normal weapons. Nico, you don't have a normal weapon. You have a nice powerful one. Do you want to come and swing it?
Yeah, sure. So I'll go here. I won't rage. There's just one. We've got plenty of people. I have faith.
Sick.
I have faith in everyone involved.
Sick.
So, I will attack.
Okay.
That's a 13.
Miss.
Yeah. Okay. And then I will attack again.
So no rage, no reckless. Got it.
Yep. So 17.
A 17 misses.
I'd like to bonus action.
You can rage if you wish.
You need to make a deck save.
Okay. That is a 11.
That's a fail. That's 3 lightning damage.
Is it still only a 1d6? Does it not increase to a 2d6 at this point?
No, I don't think it ever increases. Let me check.
Oh, that's good, isn't it? I'm sure it
If
increases.
you want,
Anyway,
we
you
can
have a look over time. You have a look over time. Corin, you're up.
Yeah, alright. We'll get some distance over here. And I'm gonna cast Keep Metal on this guy.
No save, correct? It's just, it happens.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, that's not what I was trying to do.
To display.
There we go. Yeah, cool. And your bonus action?
Yeah, it took 6 fire.
Oh, it happens. Yeah, okay. I remember how it happens when it happens, and then subsequently, yeah.
Yeah, it happens when I cast, and then bonus action on subsequent turns.
Cool.
And yeah, nothing for bonus action.
Okay, cool. That brings us to Sonia.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just combo with Corin. Well, hold on. Let me get... Hold on. Gotta check and see how far my little legs could carry me. I was going to see if maybe I could try and flank this thing also, but I don't know.
Yeah, you can get to the sort of back of it behind Nico. At the opposite side to Nico.
Yeah, just to help out
Mhm.
with Nico, but I am going to do the Wombo Combo Heat Metal. So
Okay. That's your action. Are you bonus action going to trigger the damage?
yes,
Okay.
powerful. 11 damage.
Nice. Does that conclude your turn?
That
That
is
can't be
my
right.
turn.
Yeah, so that's an action, and that's the damage as the action. On subsequent turns, you can use a bonus action to trigger it. What was your bonus action, Corin? You said that was your bonus action. What was your bonus action?
I didn't use a bonus action.
Oh, you didn't use a bonus action, right? I see. Sonia, do you wish to use a bonus action? You can't cast another spell, can you? So you don't have one, right?
Nah,
Sick.
I'm good.
Miss Neva, you are up.
I'm gonna rush up to it
Mhm.
again.
Yep.
And I will hit it with my Arcane Blade Longsword, added on with my Green Flame Blade.
Okay. Yep, go ahead, roll to hit. You will be rolling an advantage.
Both 16, sorry.
Both 16s.
Yeah.
That'll miss, I'm afraid. Cool. Is that your turn? You get one attack? No, you got 2 attacks, haven't you? So if you want to go ahead and
Yeah.
take your second attack with advantage as well.
I will try to attack him.
Actually, is that... Yeah, hold on. I'm not sure that works like that. Yeah, so you'd be choosing between Green Flame Blade or 2 attacks. Does that make sense? And considering there's only one enemy, you'd most likely be 2 attacking, right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and give me some damage. A 26 will most definitely hit.
Yes. That's 14 damage.
Nice. Okay. And that is a magical weapon. The creature is beginning to look a bit dented. Does that conclude your turn, Naval?
Yes.
Corallan, you're up.
I'll begin to peter my way back next to Corin and look. I give him a wink as I flick to the next page, and 3 orbs of force appear in my hand, and I just throw 3 magic missiles at him.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and give me some damage.
That's 3, 3, 3. Wow.
Consistent. That's good. Okay. And that leads us to our retriever. The retriever shoots out a beam at... who annoyed it? Sonia. Give me a constitution saving throw, please.
I'm going to use my reaction to attack it.
Why? How? What? When? Why?
Because Sentinel. If it attacks...
No, it's not attacking.
What are you talking about? You just said it's shooting a beam at Sonia.
Yes, it's the same as casting a spell, basically, but it's not a spell, it's an action. What was your con save?
22.
22. Okay, that's a success. He will then attack, and you may use your reaction with Sentinel. Nico.
Is he attacking me also?
Yes, sorry, it's just that you can't... When a creature uses an ability, you can't make an opportunity attack. It's not...
All it says is when it makes an attack.
Exactly. Well, the beam's not an attack.
Why?
I don't know! Because retrievers, when the person wrote the retriever into the monster manual, didn't make it an attack!
Would I still be able to if I was attacked, like if I was standing in front of a spellcaster and they threw a spell?
I would have to read Sentinel, and right now that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be saying, make your fucking attack roll. Just make your attack roll, please.
I think it's silly, but whatever.
Yep, you are flanking, advantage. A 22 will hit. Go ahead and give me damage.
That is 15.
What?
It's 15.
Okay, I'm very confused. Did you not roll a great weapon attack?
No.
It says +1. Yes? No, okay.
Yeah.
But it's
My
not plus...
greatsword +1.
But you rolled a straight attack. Okay, sorry. It's very confusing because you're not... Yeah. Anyway. 13 damage. Cool. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, it's 15.
Okay, 15. Cool, because you're raging, yes. A 25 and a 28 to hit you, Sonia.
They're all at disadvantage because of heat metal.
Okay. So, sorry, a 25 to hit you for 15 damage.
Cool.
And then a 17 to hit you.
No.
Okay, cool. Dane, you're up.
Yep, sticky. I'm gonna try to hit it with my sticky.
Mhm.
I'm flanking too, right?
You are indeed, yes. It is currently facing Sonia.
Great. Hiya.
That'll miss.
15 misses.
Mm-hmm.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna activate my spores, and our new friend is gonna see for the first time as moss just seems to spread throughout my whole body, and now I'm like a weird moss monster.
He also smells a bit funny. Nico, you're up. You're flanking and rolling at advantage.
Mm-hmm. By the way, my storm increases damage at 10th level, 15th
Right.
level.
I thought it did, but 10th level is not yet. Cool.
Yeah, I will savage attack.
Reckless attack?
Yeah, that thing.
Okay.
And I'll great weapon master it.
You don't need to reckless because you're at advantage anyway, but yes. Great weapon master, yep, 28 will...
3 to hit.
Oh, it's changed now. It used to say what it actually was. Okay, 23 will hit, yes.
Cool. And then
Why have... Sorry, I'm really confused. Why have all your Roll20 things changed? It used to roll with the number that it was actually attacking with, and now it's rolling with a +5? Again.
Okay, it's rolling with the +6 because I'm using my greatsword +1. And the reason why it's not already added is because I took off the customization of it.
Okay, cool. We'll work out something so you've got both in future.
Why? I just tell you.
Okay, but now I'm not sure whether that's 15 or 25 damage.
It's 27.
Okay, I'm sure just before this session you said, I found a way of making everything roll in the damage. And now none of it's rolling in the I'm so fucking confused what's going on over there. Do you want to take a second attack?
Sure, do you want to just trust me that I know what I'm doing?
Yes, but the point is that there are numbers on the screen and you're reading out completely different numbers. It's very confusing. Right? It's like, I'm rolling a d6 and I'm going, that's a 12?
I was rolling out I was saying different numbers this entire time anyway, because it never added my rage bonus to it anyway, so I'd be always saying a different number.
Okay, fine. Sure.
Jeez. How do children think we're having a domestic?
I'm just confused. It was all so simple, and now it's really confusing.
fighting
Can you please take a second attack?
Dad, are you
It's a 20
fighting
to
again?
hit.
A what to hit?
A 20.
That'll hit.
Cool.
The creature is now
Dad's in
wounded,
the
by the way.
background.
Yeah, I'm gonna savage attack that. Okay, so that's 23 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And it needs to make a dex save.
Okay.
The DC is 14.
It failed.
Cool. That's 3 lightning damage.
Okay. Corin, you're up.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get around to here.
Mhm.
So I am flanking, and I'll take up my mace and make a attack.
Yep. Advantage.
Uh,
Corin, you need to take a step back if you want advantage. It was facing Sonia. So you just need to go there. Yeah?
oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, 16 will miss, I'm afraid.
Okay, second swing. Yeah, 21.
That'll hit.
Cool. That does a 14.
Yep.
And then for bonus action, I will cause fire damage with heat metal for 10 fire.
Okay, it is severely wounded. That brings us to Sonia, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and smash it with my warhammer.
Fantastic.
That's not gonna hit. That's a 15.
That'll
Or
miss,
do I
I'm
have
afraid.
advantage?
No, you're
No?
the one person that doesn't. It's facing you, trying to eat you.
That's cool. That's my job. I'll just bonus action give him that fire damage.
Yep.
Powerful.
Oh, that is
12.
powerful. Yep, cool. It is severely wounded.
Yeah.
Neva, you're up.
Okay, now I want to do green flame blade. So do I just roll the effect on
So
the
that's
spell
a
slot?
single. It's a single. Hold on.
Single top.
It is a single attack made with your melee weapon attack. So it's like your action attack. It's your standard weapon damage plus a 1d8 of fire damage. Plus.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Plus, it could hit a second creature if there was a second creature.
So how would you like me to roll this? Right now?
Just from your weapon, you make that attack with advantage because you are at advantage. So the Archon longsword, just roll with advantage. 20 for all hit, and then if you give me the weapon damage, plus a d8 on the spell. It's 13.
And 5.
And 5. Okay, weirdly, I think you can actually click the weapon and you can just click beyond 20 and it'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
which is all the clever stuff. So in
Oh,
future you can just do
yeah.
that. That's a straight roll. If you wanted to, you could also click it and I think it's a alt click, but it could be a shift click. I'd have to look.
Yeah.
It is a shift click, yeah. So if you were to click it and shift click it, it'll roll it with advantage. And then it'll just all appear there. So it saves you all the complications. Regardless, the damage originally was 5 and 13, amounting to 18. Okay, how would you like to do this?
I will just slice him down, flames of bow, into his dreaded skull, and watch his body as it crumbles to the forest.
Beautiful. As this Firbolg towers over, sort of coming down with a blade wreathed in flames into the back of this spider, you all stand witness as she slays the beast. Yeah. Hand over to
I
you.
will look at Nico and I will ask, do you believe I can fight?
I never not believed. I just said I hoped you could, and I'm glad that you can.
That was a great audition. Welcome to the gang, Neva.
Just to clarify, we're not a gang. We are like an adventuring group. That's just like,
Sorry,
like we're friends. But
Sorry, the nightmare hunters. Looking at Dane.
nightmare hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Just to let you guys know, there's going to be a long load.
Is that your guys' name? For real? Nightmare Hunters.
No, we're the Nameless 11, but we also go by Nightmare Hunters.
Oh, see,
No.
2 aliases. Sure.
I missed something very important.
You were there for that.
Oh yeah. How dare you, Dane? Name was 11.
Such a bad name.
Dane keeps trying to make this new
He
name
was
work.
so on board when we first started.
I was just trying it out,
Because
but
I didn't know we wanted to be a serious group. I thought that we were kind of gonna hang around town and like help people out of ruins, and now we're kind of saving the world.
Dane, we traveled with a circus.
Yeah. And now we're trying to save the world.
Sure.
What the fuck is going on here?
that
Okay.
killed me.
So,
Yes, we're the Nameless 11.
That's a interesting name.
Yes.
But
What?
why 11?
We know it sucks.
Just start counting.
You just haven't seen the rest of the party yet.
Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Does she,
Don't
does
worry.
she
there's
point to the
number here.
coffin?
No,
Pointing
I'm
to the
pointing
coffin,
to the
yes.
wolf.
The
She
wolf.
pointed at the wolf. I'll point at the coffin and say 7.
7.
Why are you bringing
And
coffins with you?
then point at the donkey. 8.
And
Oh,
Dane's
Point to the
horse.
zombie.
9.
9.
zombie 9, horse 10. Yeah, that's good. And then you can just point
Colin's
to...
cat.
No, you can
11.
just point to Neva and say 11.
We did it. We made it.
11.
Yes.
So, why are you guys carrying a carcass with you?
Jesus Christ. I'm just back on the donkey. I'm not answering.
Would you see? I'll get close to her. The reason why we didn't meet you in Correndale is because recently one of our members, our friend, her name was Maishi. She fell in battle, and we're taking her body back to her hometown so her family can lay rest to her.
You don't mean us to say that you're grieving this person, right?
We kind of are, yes.
I see. I always know that death is a normal part of life. But I suppose you would do such things. How far is the travel, anyway?
3 weeks and 3 days. From anybody's perspective, anybody can answer that. It was an expected 4-week-ish travel. They're 3 or 4 days in. And if you remember, guys, we're trying to head northeast.
East.
I believe Night Eyes was scouting about in advance, but for the most part, you guys were headed over. And this is where you laid camp the previous night, so what I'm going to do is just say that you'll love this. That the following day, you managed to get yourself to here by the time that by the time they returned up.
We are.
Rest. I should have
great
blown
at
more
this.
spell slots.
No. That was the long rest happened before Neva turned up. Yeah. That was where you took the long rest at the end of last session. And then the following day, you've made your way a little down the path, fought a retriever, met Neva, and now you're looking to head northeast.
Oh yeah, did we get some EXP?
Oh
for
yeah,
that?
sorry. I did forget about that.
Are we level
Not gonna
8?
lie. No. No, you are not. Neva's turned up to ninja some of the XP, unfortunately. So that
Is
is.
that body still getting some?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm giving XP to Mai every time you fight, obviously. 1400 XP each.
We are very close to level 8.
We're. You sure you couldn't even give us
Just
I'm pretty sure.
388.
I'm pretty sure there will be more fights along the way. That's what I've got to say about
quite
that.
sure?
Yes, quite sure indeed. No, that's after the fight. Just stick with you guys. Where are we going? What are we doing? It's approximately 2:30 in the afternoon.
Dane is gonna give Neva all the tea on our previous adventure so she can catch up, and he is doing it in the most Dane way possible. So yeah, we were in the sewers and there was this devil, but the devil was fake. I mean, he was real, but he was a red herring, and yeah, that's probably gonna go on for a while. There's this man, the pig man, Simon, his daughter. Yeah.
Can I
We'll
also
just
assume?
listen very interestingly.
Can I also assume that you tell tales of the great Mytret? Of course, as you are
Of
currently
course.
carrying her body across the woods.
She died as she lived.
Bravely.
Amen.
Swiftly.
Very, very bravely.
However, as you make your way along the path to here, where we've suddenly sort of arrived, you do see a courier traveling in the other direction. who sort of spares you a glance and stops for a moment. He's a young elf, lithe of foot, and he looks up and, "What ho, travellers? What news of the road behind? Where have you come from?"
Where do you go? Where do you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I'm sorry.
We didn't really. We just came from this forest and then turned around.
No, not true, not true. You did turn around, yes. But you were originally, if you remember, travelling from... I'm sorry, my map is taking me 60 light years to load. You're originally travelling from Ilveria?
Right.
Oh no, why have I clicked off this map? Mistakes were made. So you're travelling from Ilveria, if you inform him of that. And he says, "What news of the road behind you?"
Dangerous, like spider monsters.
The retrievers are thick.
Should you be out here all by yourself?
I'm afraid that my talents in battle mostly lean towards the running away kind, but I am quite good at it. Indeed, I've got important news to deliver. First of all to Ilveria and then to Corindel.
What is it, like, very, very important? Can we
Well,
hear it?
I suppose as you're travelling in that direction, you're soon to find out anyway. The Lady Sharazai has become the sole power in Galvynia, as her husband has passed away.
Excuse me?
She has
I'll
declared...
whisper to Neighbor. That is the dummy mommy.
She has declared martial law in the in her city, and posts guards upon on the borders of her lands. She seeks privacy, we think.
Ugh. That's funny.
I was dispatched by. I was dispatched by.
His reaction is, "I beg your fucking pardon."
I was dispatched to warn others. As she posted the guards on the borders to the south of Puriston.
There any word of the treatment of the citizens? Anything bad?
I believe most of the citizens of fighting age have been asked to step up to the armies. As for those of not fighting age, well, under martial law, I'm sure that food is scarce and trade is not great, but...
How did the Duke die?
That's a funny thing. We're informed it's of natural causes, though what those natural causes were, no one seems to know. Unfortunately, the doctor that treated him took sick the following day and died that night.
Wow.
Hell of a sickness.
Well,
We met that guy, right?
Oh yeah, he was sort of nice,
He
and
was-
then every time he left
he
the room,
wasn't
she was evil as hell.
Yeah, but he wasn't like super old, right?
No, he was in like his early 50s. And of course, the runner will say to you, originally a plague was suspected and worried about as any illness that could move from the Duke to his doctor in just a day and lay him low. It was truly fearful, but mysteriously the only other person who caught the disease was the coroner, who laid the Duke to rest.
I guess if you're stabbed, you die from the natural cause of bleeding out. So that's a theory.
Well, far from it for me to speak treason, even this far from the lands. They say the lady has eyes in all quarters. I must deliver my messages, but fare well on the road ahead, and beware. The forests are rife with monsters. There are trolls behind me. They may be chasing me, but they were quite a way back, so... I don't know, you might have 5 or 10 minutes. And with that, he sort of waves to you and carries on running.
Wait a This guy just led some trolls right to us.
Well, he wasn't expecting anybody else to be on the path. He's in a hurry. You will notice, however, as you watch him, that after he gets about 30 or 40 feet away, he vanishes into a powder. Wow. He vanishes into a puff of bright purple smoke and then reappears sort of 30, 40 feet further down the road. You can assume that's perhaps how he keeps getting away from these beasties.
He's just like Misty stepping through the forest.
He's like using like 28 spell slots on Misty Step and nothing else.
This guy.
Just
I'm writing him down.
Well, he will tell you for free that his name was Harlek. That's Harlek. And he is a member of the most honorable guild of messengers.
Oh,
Before you ask, Nico, yes, I can do that.
28 times?
Oh,
Not 28 times.
You'll probably notice, since Neva's been with us, Nico's very like, cold's not really the right word, but a bit distant.
That's fair.
He's very much keeping to himself.
Distant Nico aside,
okay.
you've been left by said
The
person.
troll in the dungeon.
There's like trolls heading towards us.
Yeah,
Can
you think
set up
5
a-
or 10 minutes? Do you want to set up some sort of trap? Obviously, they're going to come from behind the way he came from, which was to the
maybe
dead
like
north.
a fire trap?
We could do that.
Yeah.
We could.
I could set up a sickening radiance.
Oh,
Sick.
I don't know what that means. Go for it.
You guys like that ground over there? What if it was really slippery?
Then you can set it on
Ooh.
fire.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Like she said, fire trap. I was thinking.
I will cast sickening radiance towards that direction.
The last time we did Wall of Flame with Grease, we nearly set off a forest fire, but go ahead, do it again. I'm looking forward to it. We are, however, going to take 5 minutes there, and then we're going to have a longer second half of the session, because I'm choking to death.
I will be setting off a forest fire just so
Oh, no.
everybody's aware.
Oh, okay. Bear with me a second.
He be the Legolases of this group.
I mean,
Aha.
can
Boom.
see that fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
How's your
There we
vision,
go.
guys?
Oh no.
Yep.
God.
Is
No,
anyone
totally.
blind?
I am now. I feel it after.
No, but is anyone actually blind? They can't see anything at all.
No, we can see.
Okay, Sonia, how bright is your light? You had a light out, right?
30
you?
foot, I think.
Oh, it
Wait.
wasn't. I thought it was like a ever-brightening light or something. Was that not in this campaign?
My
That's
hammer
Tuesday.
glows with a bright light at 30
It was
feet.
Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. So it's a bright light of 30 feet. Great. No, it's the hammer. Yes, there was that ever-bright lantern as well. That was Tuesday, but yes. So you create a light of 30 feet. That is going to be important in case anybody has. Wait, Nico, how can you see?
Mm,
Can you see?
I think it's meant to be from Sonia's light. Because I don't have dark vision in any sense.
It's on the donkey, right?
Yes, it's on the donkey. Look at her, she's clever all day. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Hannah. Does your character have dark vision?
Where exactly is it? I see that.
Under your
For
passive
Glowstone.
wisdom insight on the I know. Under your passive wisdom light on passive wisdom on the left hand side it says senses. If it says additional sense types, then you don't have dark vision.
Dark vision.
Yeah, do you have it or
Well,
not?
Oh wait, it says addition. Yeah, it does say additional sense.
Okay, cool. That's fine. I know she doesn't have it as a firbolg, but I wasn't sure if she had it as a warlock. Yes, that's why I was asking. Okay, cool. Yes, the donkey is giving light. Thank you. I'd forgotten about that because you put lanterns on either side of the donkey's cart while traveling through the darkness, didn't we? We did have discussions about this once upon a time, like 48 episodes ago. Okay, so with that, you should now not be able to see anything beyond this sickening radiance. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. However, Miss... Oh, I fucking got tobacco. Go away. Nope, I'm going to have to move them one by one. Great. Neighbor, you will feel, however, as a creature for the first time enters your magic. Am I right in thinking it's a constitution saving throw?
Yes, it's a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, fantastic. That's what we like to see. Let me just make sure I've got the right guys. Nope. I mean, that is yes, but no. Here we go. Okay. A pair of trolls have wandered into your area, and each of them will attempt... Oh shit, that's harsh. Hold on a second. Let me edit that encounter. There's a dead Mai in our encounter.
No!
Rough.
Fuck.
Rough as hell. Should we try that again? Yes. Our trolls will make a constitution saving throw.
Yes.
That is a 10
That's a fail.
and a 9.
That's also a fail.
Cool, give me the damage.
Here we go. That's 26 damage to both of them.
Decent. Okay, I need you all to roll initiative at this point, please.
Nine.
Dane doesn't roll initiatives anymore, he just rolls 18s.
Ooh, 25.
Not 20, right?
Off a nat 20.
Okay, cool. As you sense that these creatures begin to enter this area up ahead, Corin, what doing?
I am going to move up to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And, ooh, I can barely see him. That's wonderful. And I will be firing a spark at the one on the left.
Okay, cool. Go ahead, roll a hit. Bear with me a second while I change the music.
Yeah. Ooh, 20 to hit.
That's more like it. A 20 will hit.
That's, 12 lightning.
Okay. It may have hit him. Doesn't seem to have left much of a mark.
Cool.
You do not notice, however, from your point of vantage point where you've moved up. Hold on, I've just damaged the wrong troll. You do notice from your vantage point that his eyes appear to be smoking from this sickening radiance that he has stepped into. Any bonus action, Mr. Corin?
Nope.
Dane, you're up.
Great. I'll also move up. We get like here. Cannot say this, guys. I cannot enter the sickening radiance. That'd be sickening stupid. So you know what? I'll just kind of like, yeah, I'll stay like here and I'll just my turn to prep stuff. I'm gonna use a bonus action to activate my spores, and then I'm gonna use an action to activate my beautiful cloak.
Okay, cool. Night Eye spots these creatures up ahead, but for now he lays in wait until they engage with you properly.
I'll use...
Yep.
Can I use Know Your Enemy?
I would say that he knows these are trolls and that they must be put to death with fire damage or they will regenerate. Other than that, he hasn't got a huge amount of knowledge on these creatures. From this distance through this sickening green area with loads of trees and everything. Miko, it's fair to say that these creatures are pretty far away. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll go here, and I mean, I can't see them, so that's my turn.
Yep, you're just going to lay in wait. Is it fair to say you'll prepare an attack in case they do close into melee resistance?
Sure.
Okay, cool. That brings us to... Oh my god, where's my encounter gone? Come back. Thank you. That brings us to Kelaan.
I will step up, and I will hold a spell until they enter the range of my grease.
So they enter into the range of the grease, okay. And the spell you are holding is...
Wildfire.
Oh, wait. So you know it takes concentration to hold a spell, yeah? To prepare a spell.
So, like, if I'm preparing to use it, then...
It takes concentration. So
Grease isn't a concentration spell.
Grease isn't? Okay, great.
Nope.
That's all. Yeah, making sure. Okay, fantastic. Ready? Wow. Cool. Oh, I had Wall of Fire up last time. That's what I was concentrating on. Yeah, fantastic. Never.
I will do the same as everyone else. Move up a little bit. That didn't help me see at all. Okay, that's great.
Yes, the range on the vision is the light radius, not how far you can see. You know them to be somewhere near the back. You can fire at disadvantage if you wish, because you know them to be at the back of your Sickening Radiance if you wish to try and blast a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will try to touch him with my blast.
Yep. So 2 Eldritch Blast beams, both at disadvantage, please.
That should
Sick.
be...
16 will hit. So that's 11 damage. And a second roll, please.
Also at disadvantage?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool, that'll definitely hit.
16.
Holy shit. Yep, 10 damage. Great, love it. That brings us to our first troll. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He steps up and slips on the grease. Making a 17 on his deck save.
He will succeed.
Okay. Your held spell was?
Wall of Fire.
Yep. Wildfire. What the fuck is wildfire?
Wall
of fire. Okay, cool. Yep. Go ahead and place it however you wish.
So I'm gonna, just for the sake of the fact that this is a circle and it's 20 foot, just use Fireball as Wall of Fire here, because I'm gonna make a 20-foot circle.
Okay.
Because Fireball has the right range for like this right here.
Yeah, I
Like,
understand
this
what you're saying. What I don't understand is what you're saying. Just give me a second. When you're casting a spell, if you can click on it and then click Cast on VTT. No.
So
What's the button? Display in VTT. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you.
it's a 20-foot diameter, not a 20-foot radius.
Yes. A ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter. That's what I thought. So, Salty, it's half that size.
You know, I'm not excellent at math.
Hold on a second. No, delete it. Just hold on a second. I have to scroll like 7,486 miles to get to where I want to be. And wait for like 28,221 things to load.
Like the Eye of Sauron.
Okay. You should be able to move that, Salty. Can you move it?
Yeah.
Great. And just because things are confusing, that will also ignite the grease. I will need a 3d6 plus the damage of Wall of Fire, please.
Alrighty, so the 3d6 is 5. No, wait, sorry, no, that's 2, 4, 7 because I can't roll one for fire damage.
Yep.
And then Wall of Fire will be.
Why are you incapable of saying the words wall of fire? I just get
That's what I'm
fire. Like, it's not a word. It's a sentence.
Wall of fire.
Thank you.
Is 14.
Cool. Sonya, you're up.
Sorry. Just,
No. I need another Constitution saving throw first.
What?
Because it started its turn in my sphere.
Oh.
Oh, is it started? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, one day I'll find this encounter. 18?
That passes.
It takes 0 on a pass?
Let me read. Yeah, it takes 0 then, I think. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Now that I can see the enemy, can I use my reaction to make an attack?
No. I asked you if you're going to prepare an attack if they got in melee range, right?
Oh, I can't prepare a range
I
attack.
can't. Well, you could have prepared a range attack, but you didn't correct me at the time, and I'm really confused by enough things right now. So please, one moment. Cool. We'll get you in a second anyway. They will get to you in a second anyway. Okay, the second troll is going to move into the radiance. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's not going to walk into the fire. He's not an idiot.
Okay. I need another Constitution.
Yeah, he's on it. He's on it. 10 damage, please.
Or damage.
25.
25.
Sick. We love that for you. The next troll, Salty, I need the wall of fire damage, but not the ring of fire damage. Just the wall of fire damage. 29. Cool. He's not a big fan of that.
Oh.
Okay, and that'll bring us to Corin.
Wait, I didn't get to go.
No, you
I
didn't.
didn't get to go.
Yeah, I don't know how. What? Oh, you got to go. It's just Sonya, right? Yeah, sorry, Sonya. It's just Sonya I missed. Okay, cool.
Cool.
Sonya, you're up.
I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just gonna hurl my hammer for now.
Okay.
At the one who is... Wait. No, he's not prone, right? The one who's in the fire mess.
I know he's not prone, actually. But you are at disadvantage, right, because of the range. Is that correct?
Wait, what is my range to throw it? I think it's
20 regular range, and I've forgotten to write D&D, and I've been given fucking options to buy a hammer from my local hardware store. Yes, it's 20 feet, you're not at straight roll, or 60 feet at disadvantage. No, you're throwing your own hammer onto it. It's a magic-y shit that comes back to you. That's correct, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a flat 60 foot. It comes back to you.
Hell yeah.
And
Then
no
that's
disadvantage,
a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Yay. So yeah, my hammer just flies through the flames, and then
The
back
fire.
for 9 damage.
Great, we love that. Okay, sorry for skipping your turn. Any bonus action? Probably not. He is looking wounded. Severely.
You know what? I will just get my spiritual weapon in there also.
Okay.
Why not? So that's going to roll. Yeah, to hit the same guy.
Okay.
19 to hit.
Yep.
Yay. For 9 more damage.
Okay, he's having a really bad day, but he is somehow still alive right now.
Alright.
Corin, you're up.
Alright. I am going to... Gosh. I'm going to launch a spark at this one.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll a hit.
Okay, 20 to hit.
That'll hit. Sorry, this one being the one in the fire, right?
No.
Oh.
This one.
Okay, yep, cool. Damage was 18.
Yeah.
Okay, he is wounded.
So we...
Dan Corn.
That's a
That
pretty
was a lot
disgusting
of-
lightning roll, yeah.
That was a lot
Yeah.
of fucking that. Whew.
That's a lot of damage. For
Any bonus action from you?
Yeah, this time, yes, I'm going to cast Branding Smite on my mace.
Okay. And then that's just until the next time it hits, right?
Yep.
Okay. Dane, as we come to your turn, Night Eyes will inform you that there are 2 trolls moving through the woods. I don't know if you can see them, but he will tell you that they are over to your right.
Oh no.
I'll let the party know. Oh, there's more incoming from the right. 2 more trolls.
Mm-hmm. It is also now your
Okay.
turn, Dane.
Good. I'll cast my spell now. I'm gonna cast. I don't wanna. Let's do a. Okay. We're gonna do a first level ice knife.
Okay. On who?
Let's go for the one that Corrin hit.
Yep.
The little guy.
Okay, go ahead, roll a hit.
Yes, sir.
He also got an 8 on his a 6, sorry, on his dex save.
I'm assuming 14 misses. He still takes 11 cold damage.
A 14 did miss. He takes 11 cold. What's the radius on Ice Knife? Area of
Not
effect is
super.
5 foot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just him that's hurt. Okay, does any bonus action for you?
I'll activate my Shellele.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Okay, Night Eyes will lay in wait until they come into range and attempt to hamstring one of them. Nico, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna sharpshooter this guy.
Okay.
Oh no, wrong roll. Sorry.
Can't be throwing great swords around here. That's dangerous.
Oh, yeah, that'll miss.
That will miss, yes.
Yeah, I'll try again then.
It comes back, just throw it again. Get in there, damn boomerang! Nope. Knowing that there are creatures coming in from the right, would you like to move over there?
No.
Was that a yes or a no or a something or a maybe or a...
No.
Okay, cool. Very well. Kelaan, you are up?
Knowing that there are creatures coming from the right, I'm going to move to my left.
Okay.
And then I will flip through my book, and 3 rays of scorching fire will appear in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And it auto-rolled the damage for that. I was just trying to cast it so you guys
Missed
could see
anyway.
it. Well, I was just trying to cast that to see if you guys could see it. But
Okay.
yeah.
But yep.
Okay, that's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is a 25.
Yep.
So the first one missed. It was going at the guy in the middle here, but
Yep.
the second one's going at him. That'll be 4 damage, and
Yep.
then the third one's gonna go at the guy in the back. That is 23 to hit.
Yep.
For 5 damage.
Okay, cool. Never. Gonna give you a...
Yes. I think I will just.
Time's a ticking, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know.
I would advise not walking into your own sickening radiance. That might hurt.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Does that thing hurt us also?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Good to know.
So you don't want to.
But it does last like a long time.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. She can just sort of leave it up, and everything that comes near just explodes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
You-
it's like it's a sucker save. So if you
Yeah.
pass the con, then you don't take
Take
any
any damage,
damage
yeah.
and you don't
Still,
take any exhaustion.
as Warlock spells go, it's pretty good. Are you blasting with your Eldritches?
Yeah, I'll blast.
Okay, who would you like to target, my darling?
The one that's not severely wounded, but still wounded.
Yep.
I can see.
This one hit. That'll hit. 27.
Yeah.
Go ahead, give me some damage. He's
Nice.
severely wounded now.
And I get a second attack, so I will like to Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, you
Him
get a
again.
second. Okay, so that's not to do with having a second attack. When you cast Eldritch Blast, you get 2 beams because you're level 11. Because you're level 5, sorry. So yeah. Go ahead and make it.
Wow.
She's the same level as you guys, I promise!
Powerful party member.
Go ahead and make your second attack roll. That's just part of Eldritch Blast. So if you were to use a different cantrip, it would replace both attacks, is what I'm saying. Yeah, cool. A 17 will hit.
Yeah, so that's 12 damage.
Okay. It's now not only severely wounded, but almost dead. Does that conclude your turn, Naval? I need damage on Sickening Radiance, please. And Wall of... Okay, do you know what? This guy's dead. It's a wall of fire, a ball of fire, a Sickening Radiance. He got a 3 on his con save and a 4 on his dex save. He's dead as fuck. Okay, that brings us to Miss Blackforge.
Ooh.
At this point, sorry. Worth mentioning, these creatures have moved in slightly.
Oh.
I think they should maybe possibly now be visible to you-ish.
I'm gonna scoof. I can see like a little bit of one right here.
His hips do not lie. He is there.
I'm trying to think of how I can position my wall of fire.
You could use your highest level spell slot if you wish, but these trolls are dying pretty fast, my darling.
Okay. I just remember us having a really hard time with the trolls last time.
Okay, so just to make sure you're aware, these are not those 4-armed bastards who did the spinny thing with like 9,000 hits. These are just trolls.
These are regular everyday
Yeah, these are just
trolls.
regular fuck-off trolls who you can sort of throw fire at and laugh at.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
In that case, I will save my wall of fire. The spiritual weapon is... Well, no, I will attack this guy first.
Yep.
This one there.
Go ahead and roll a hit.
Throwing my hammer again.
Okay.
Now that I know that green miasma is so dangerous. 26.
Okay, yeah. Your hit kind of clubs him so hard. He actually flies back 5 feet in his death throes. You will, however, notice that he starts to sort of reconform. Even though you've left a massive hole in his chest, he's healing.
Ooh, yeah.
Basically fire
might
damage. Yeah.
only work on melee attacks, right?
Indeed,
Yeah, melee
you can't
weapon
smite with a
attack.
ranged attack. So your the spiritual thing.
Okay. Yeah. It's not going to be able to finish this guy, so I just want to lower the health on this guy.
Yep.
That is a 12.
Okay, that'll miss. Does that conclude your turn?
Womp womp. Yeah, I'm gonna move like this way a bit, just to try and see who's coming. But yeah, that's
Okay.
my turn.
Troll at the back gets a nat 1. Is con save damage, please, Hannah?
Yes, I'm on it. There.
Dane, what is the save on hamstring?
16, and he takes damage. Do you want me to roll it?
Not yet. I'm about to hit Neva in the face first. Let me do that. So he would attempt to bite you. That is a 5 to hit, which we assume misses.
That misses.
Okay,
so
a 15
hard.
to hit.
Misses.
A natural 20.
That.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 27, so it hits.
A nat 20 always hits. That is 18 damage. I need you to make a con save, please.
I'm gonna intercept and reduce that damage.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Is it got a second nat 20?
It did.
Christ. Okay, well, I'm reducing. Let me see what I add. I'm reducing it by 8, so that's something.
So, did we say a barbarian next? Oh, I'm kidding.
No.
The second.
How much damage?
So the first one is 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the second one is 19, and then you can heal yourself back up for how much, Sonia?
8.
Okay. So a total of 32 if you prefer. Whichever way you want to look at it. Cool.
No.
He can't actually die to that. So he's going to move up here. Corin, Kelaan, Nico, and Dane will need to make a... I don't even know what that is. Constitution save. Sonia, you make this an advantage.
Wait. Me?
Yeah, you make this an advantage.
I'm also taking... Oh god, he's spraying his...
He's
bullshit at us.
spraying,
Okay.
yes. This is a different guy. This is the nearly dead guy who just needs to take some fire damage. He's got a hole in his chest that's suspiciously shaped like your hammer.
I got 18.
Okay, anybody who got below a 16 will take 11 poison damage. That's it. Anybody who succeeded takes none. Mr. Swift Dancer, you are up. Please bear in mind the creature with a big X through it will only die if you do fire damage to it. Oh, sorry, what was the save on the hamstring? I forgot about that.
16.
16 strength.
Yeah. Damage.
Okay, so he is... Yeah, give me the damage, and he is also going to be restrained. That's correct, isn't it? Is it restrained? What happens to him?
Yes, he's restrained.
Okay, he is restrained, and he takes 12 piercing damage. Go on, Night Eyes. Yeah, cool. The second troll will maneuver down here. That's as close as he can get. Can you move Sickening Radiance? You can't, right?
No.
No, that sucks. Sorry, Corin. It's your turn.
Right. I will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I'll go after this one. Keep it occupied.
You're riding, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll make some swings against him.
Mm-hmm.
That is 15.
That'll hit. Oh shit! Hold on a second. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. His I don't know how I've done that. I just deleted him. Like actually deleted him from the entire encounter.
Well done, Corin.
Yeah. Pretty much. Let's see how that happened. Okay, cool. Sorry, that was 15 damage, not 3,511. Yep, go ahead.
15 to
15 to hit. Yep, go ahead and give me the damage.
Okay, so that... Well,
I told you it was 15 damage, goddammit!
And then an extra 5 radiant for my branding smite, and he's
Nice.
lit up.
Is he on flames, or is he just a light? Like, he's just lighting?
He's just like... He sheds dim light for 5 feet.
Okay, dim
Can't become
light,
invisible.
5 feet.
He's beautiful.
And I think that light is probably bright pink, right? Beautiful.
Sure.
Okay, anything else, Corin? Oh, you got a second attack, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, second attack, and still got a bonus action. Oh, that's a 12 to hit on the second.
That'll miss, I'm
though.
afraid.
Okay, bonus action. Oma will make an attack. That is 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 7 force.
Okay, cool. Does that conclude your turn?
Yes.
Mr. Rotzol, you're up.
Great, good.
Can I just confirm, Dane, can you see the creature next to Night Eyes?
I can't.
Okay, bear with me a second. I'm going to try something. This might work. Can you see now?
I can.
Oh, you all can?
Well, I can. I don't know if all can.
Yeah, bear with me a
I
second.
can too.
Now only he can, right? Maybe. Did that take away the vision again for you guys?
See him?
I can't see it.
Okay, great. Dane, you can see it though, right? I think I've just given you the ability to see through Night Eyes' eyes, which makes sense, right? Okay, cool. Go ahead, take your turn then. So many confusing things today.
Don't have fire, so I cannot kill this guy, but I can attack this other guy that just attacked my new bestie.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
Can't,
Yep.
can't
So-
they also die to acid? I don't know if you have that.
Nope. You were told it was fire damage or fire damage or fire damage. Technically, some trolls can do acid, but I'm allowing you to do something else, which is to just put torch to tinder and literally set them on fire.
Yeah. This is just me remembering playing Baldur's Gate years ago. So
Yes,
don't-
yes. Yeah, back then, yes, Baldur's Gate rules, yes, acid damage. And standard rules is acid damage, but no, just fire. Dane. Sorry, you're hitting that dude. 24 hits, yep.
For 11 damage plus. Wait, does he take necrotic?
Yes.
Great. Plus 6 damage, so
Okay.
17 damage total.
He is wounded.
Question, my dear DM.
Mhm.
My staff, my new beautiful staff, it can do this thing where I can use a charge to do extra damage. I have to say I'm doing that before I hit, or can I say it like after I hit? Or
So it's when you hit, you can apply the damage. Yes. So like a smite. Yeah, you can wait to see what you hit before you apply it.
then I'm gonna apply it because this I have a new friend now. I don't like to see her hurt, so yeah, eat my damage for an
Aw.
extra 17. Wow, for an extra 17 damage apparently.
Okay, stop. Good. We like that. It is now severely wounded.
It needs to give me a something saving throw, a Constitution saving throw.
You want to do anything else to this fucking guy? 21.
He succeeds. He's fine.
Okay, good.
He's not fine.
That's what we like to hear. He's not fine. Mr. Nico, Mr. Storm Chaser. Suddenly all
Night
these
Eyes.
things are in meta. Oh yeah, Night Eyes. Yes, it's his full turn now.
He's gonna attack the guy that he has there.
Mhm.
Gonna use
With
his
advantage
twin
because it's
strike.
restrained.
Twin strikes with advantage. And Haya. 16.
Mm-hmm.
He takes 10 damage. Then second twin strike is a 24 for 8.
Yep.
So 18 damage total. And
Nice.
the bonus action is gonna bite.
Okay.
which
Again, an
is-
advantage?
Oh my god. And this one I have to type because well, 2 be 20. So that'd be 14 plus 7. That'd be 21 to hit.
Yep.
So that'd be 2d6 plus 3 for 10 damage. So he
Okay.
takes 10 more.
19, 28 damage, yeah? Nice.
Yes.
Sorry, Nico. You're up. And there are now creatures in melee range. Look at that!
I'm gonna go here, and I'll attack this guy.
Okay.
Recklessly and with great weapons master.
Okay.
So that's 25 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
20. It's not 25 to hit. It's that minus 5. It's 20 to hit.
Yep.
That's 14 damage.
24, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, he is also rendered dead but not dead.
Cool. And then I'll turn to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do the same.
Yep.
That's 17 to hit.
Yep.
That's 24 damage.
Okay.
And I'll bonus action because I brought that guy down to attack him again.
Yep.
Damn.
He is wounded.
It's 10 to hit.
A 10 will miss, I'm afraid. Okay. Does that conclude your turn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yep. Corallum? Somebody do some fire damage to these
that
things.
was that was a 20 to hit. Because I rolled a 16 plus my 4 for my modifier.
Yeah, I don't know why the number is in brackets, but yes.
Yeah, so that's 20.
I think what you're doing is rolling at disadvantage, Josh, when you're meant to be rolling
No,
at
I'm
advantage.
rolling at advantage.
Shift clicked?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so, sorry, a 20 will most definitely hit. So that's 20 damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Just can damage the wrong person. Okay, cool. Corallum. Some fire damage, please.
3 rays of fire spawn into my hands. One at the guy next to me. That will be a 12 to hit.
Miss.
The second one will be a 12 to hit. The third one will be a 12 to hit.
Wow.
Are you lying?
That was a 4, and a 4.
Neva, you are up.
Oh,
You
no.
can't move your wall of fire, can you?
No, you can't, but I will move myself, like, all the way over here.
Okay. Neva, yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the guy right in front of us with my Archeon Blade longsword.
Unless you have fire damage, it will do nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Green Flame Blade on it as well.
Does that do fire damage?
Yes!
It sure
Yeah.
It's
do.
flame!
I love that.
What
Okay.
it do. Yes,
And it bounces to another creature
To a second target and does 1d8
Within
plus
5
5.
feet.
within 5 feet, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Which I would fuck.
I don't know, like, because if you think about it, like, that's 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, hit them both.
Do it.
Fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
Because you only make one attack, right? Don't miss. Oh, it was a 28 to hit, wasn't it? Yes,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah, okay, those two are wiped off the face of the planet.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Cool. We're keeping up on Neva is the only person who can kill things thing. Oh no, one of them died to the flames up there. Yeah. And that concludes your turn, I assume.
Got one.
attack, right? Yeah. Troll up
I'll
here.
move here.
Hamstring lasts until the end of his turn, right? The restrain, Dane?
He can repeat the saving throw at the end of his turn.
Yes, he can. Okay, so he will get out. But in the meantime, he's going to attempt to slice up our good friend Night Eyes. 13 to hit.
Misses.
Second 13 to hit.
Misses.
A 10 to hit.
Misses.
And an 18 to hit.
Succeeds. Well, is he rolling with disadvantage?
He wasn't. Yes, he was rolling a disadvantage. He takes 8 slashing damage. Sonia, you are.
Cool.
He's now no longer restrained. Sorry.
Who was that?
The guy up the
one?
top right who was bashing on Night
Night
Eyes. Yeah.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, my spiritual weapon will go help out over there.
Okay, cool. Straight roll. He's no longer restrained.
Okay. 23.
That'll hit.
Hit. Shane. Oh, wait a minute.
Man's waiting.
How is this guy looking?
Upset.
Does he look killable in this turn?
Not without fire damage.
Well, I do have fire, but that would take my bonus action, so I couldn't do my spiritual weapon. So I'm trying to weigh if I would be...
You could, yes, potentially kill him. He's looking very upset.
Okay. Rescind that. I'm going to Searing Smite this fool.
Okay.
Sorry, spiritual weapon. Sorry, Night Eyes. I got your back. Wait a minute. I can take care of Night Eyes. Okay, whatever. Rolling to hit with my Searing Smite and my Warhammer on this fool. You know I got a 16.
Yep, that'll hit.
Whew, I was worried. Okay. So there's that. And then... So 14 damage, and then my smite, my fire, will do...
Is that just the 1 damage?
It's just a 1 damage.
Okay, he is brought to his knees with damage. Is he... I then make a con save, right?
But yeah, he has to do it to see if he's on fire. Please.
Oh, and he is on fire, so he is dead.
Yes, we did it.
Let's
That's 11 on the con
go!
save. Okay.
All right, now we can support Night Eyes. I will run my full 25 feet to support Night Eyes.
Corin,
Here we come, buddy.
there's one troll next to Night Eyes.
Cool. Well,
Come on, that was epic music. It's got to be a good turn.
yeah. Run up 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
10 foot, you can flank him if you've still got 10 foot of movement speed.
So when you get there, pass. Nah, I only got 5.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Make your
I'll
attack.
use the 5. I'll use the 5 anyway.
Yep.
First swing. Ooh, 27 to hit.
Yep.
That's 15 damage.
Nice. Another max damage hit. He's wounded.
Second swing. Oh, that's 14.
That'll miss, I'm afraid.
Dang. Then bonus action, all my attacks.
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 5 force.
Okay. He's having a bad day. Dane, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Neighbor and I'm gonna say like, may I heal you?
Yes?
So polite.
Okay, that. I'm gonna approach and touch her with my little mossy hand as I use Cure Wounds.
Oh.
My friend, I'm gonna use 3rd level.
He likes his new friend.
Because I'm, gotta keep new friend alive. Oh, you only get 12. That was a really bad roll.
I
Any-
get 12 health?
12, yes.
Thank you. That's so nice. I feel better already.
Any bonus action, Mr. Rotzel?
Not, but I'll use my movement to... I mean, he'll probably be dead by the time I arrive, but you know, still, I'll use my movement to get like...
Yep.
Here.
Mr. Stormchaser, I'm going to skip Night Eyes this time for a reason. Mr. Stormchaser, Night Eyes is attempting to hold this creature in place so that you can kill it. Go ahead and make your attacks with advantage as you chase up to this dude. I'm going to attempt to do some kappa dating. Sick. That'll miss.
Oh, man.
So the numbers on the scale is like, nope. That'll hit. 16 will hit. How much damage, sorry?
23.
Right, that is correct. Okay. It is brought to its knees with damage. You have no way of doing flamey things, do you? Okay, Mr. Kelaan. There is one creature over there on his knees.
Please.
You know,
Damage.
I'm doing real good with my rolls to hit. I'm gonna throw a fire,
Bolt?
a nice little fire bolt at it. So, yeah, that's 13.
He's being held in place. He's restrained. Attacks are at advantage. 14?
14.
I'm going to holler.
Regardless, as you fail to hit with your fire blast, and neighbor is too far away, it's fair to say that between the 3 people standing next to him, they light a torch and stick it in his chest. Because I'm not running another round of combat just to wait to get back to Keralan's turn. And therefore, you will each receive 1,382 experience points.
I call that a lemon.
That is 1,832. However, I do encourage you, if you're leveling up, is complicated to do so at the end of the session, as I do not think there will be any more fighting as far as I'm aware. We'll also get rid of this nasty mess all over the screen.
We don't take ASIs, right?
No. Do not.
What?
You don't get feats or stats when you get to your ASIs.
How many trolls was that?
Lots. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of ears.
Powerful. We have 9 pairs of troll ears to turn in, y'all.
You do. However, you're not headed to Draenor, where the bounty was, so you'll have to hold those for a while.
Gross.
The Adventurers Guild at Galvynia may give you some reward, we're not sure. But it's fair to say that the group of you are able to get back to the road. I've nearly expanded Corin there. Make him real large. And as you head up the road, you come to a small clearing a little further ahead, if we can, please. Whoop. In all fairness, guys, you can leave your tokens there. We'll just make the journey with the... You can all see the horse, right? Mr. Donkey?
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. We'll just follow the donkey. As you come to this small clearing out in the glade, it's approximately 7:30 in the evening, 8 o'clock in the evening. It's probably an appropriate time to take a long rest. So you may do so. As you set up camp for the evening, we have our first opportunity to sit around a campfire with our friend Neighbor.
Oh, fuck my spine.
Oh,
Real
Little
low.
yeah, it's one of those
He's on the
preparation
cart,
things.
okay?
Yeah, can we get a coffin kind of sitting in there?
I'll get on with that while you guys, yeah, I'll leave you to it. First time sitting around the campfire with Neighbor. What are you doing?
Wow. I like how Dane just rushed to her side. They're besties already.
I'm currently sure I don't mind being sat next to Kelaan. But I'm like very I was debating whether or not to be alone, not anything against Kelaan. God, you guys are so mean.
No, that is not a coffin, literally.
But he's like very quiet and is currently smoking.
Gonna tell Neva, you fight really well. We appreciate the help. Sorry if we came off a little rude earlier.
Thank
We're
you.
just dealing with some stuff.
And no, I understand any traveler of such should be wary of others that might come. I believe I was maybe a little weird as well.
It's fine. So wait, Dane filled her in on like everything, right? So I don't have to explain the creepy necklace is the reason that she was like drawn to us.
Well, you have told Neva everything about your adventures and history and everything that Mai did and all that. At the moment, I don't think Neva said much about why she's come to you, apart from the fact that her patron sent her to prevent the coming of Thrasadun.
Yeah. Well, Thrasadun is listen. I'm like covering my necklace as I am wont to do, even though it probably doesn't do anything. Thrasadun is like always watching and listening and spying through this. So, if you can scheme telepathically, that would be great. And I'm like pointing to Dane and Nico.
I do not know how to scheme in such ways, but I wouldn't be opposed to trying. Is it like just thinking but at someone?
I'll activate a bond between me and Eva. I'll be like, "Hello, Eva. I'm in your mind now." But I'm not like just like communication wise. It's not like I'm reading or anything weird like that. But you can respond.
Oh. I was gonna say, never mind.
Hey, Eva.
Oh wait,
Hey, Eva.
well, I forgot.
like
I did buy
chocolate.
this thing. I bought this little stone, which lets me use the spell message, so that's helpful. So, yeah, I will like to Neva using my message spell. It will say, "I'm pretty sure." Wait, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's can't hear this, but I'm not positive. But things to consider. If you have any magical suggestions for how to get this horrible thing off of me, I am all ears.
I have zero suggestion.
It's cool.
So it actually can just be taken off of you. Right.
Like show her how it's so gross and uncomfortable and just attached to me.
Just
Yeah. And it's so tacky too, on top of everything. This is not my style.
And I'll be fashionable like Krellin.
Corallin's just over like dusting off his shining robes.
No, Corallin's sitting and staring at his book and just wondering why in God's name none of his spells seem to be working today.
I think you're pulling it off. It's a style choice. But you have the swagger.
Oh my god. Thanks, Dane.
Can I
glad-
offer you a feather in this trying time?
you guys
What?
surely are quite a bunch, huh?
Yeah, but we're full of love.
Love
Yeah.
love is good.
We are
Yeah.
like a diamond. No, wait, we're like coal. No, wait, we're like horse shit.
Wait a minute,
It might
Dane.
seem
Hey,
not very appealing at first, but it's really good for nature, and it creates it helps things grow and be strong and beautiful.
in the
It's like
future, can you
Dargelita,
avoid
just
referring to us as horseshit, Dane?
Well,
but like
I'm quite
affectionate
knowledgeable about
horse
horse
shit.
manure
Very endearing, but
and other
maybe
manure.
we find something better than horse shit.
Neighbor is a person of the forest. You get it right.
Of course I do. I used to herd elk. I know a lot about manure.
Oh my god, you used to herd elk?
Yes, it's what my family used to do back when we
Nice.
still lived. Back when we still lived in the forest of Draenor, we used to herd elk together. Good times.
I like how Corin's just been backing away.
Yeah, I've been seeing him. He went down to the left and then he went to the right. He's just
Having none of this.
Yeah, his back's to everyone.
hanging out with Oma.
He's brooding, understandably.
Oh, so that's what's with the little one. I thought maybe he was just changing teeth.
I glare at you when you say little.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. We seem to be a little bit on edge, and I promise we tend to be much nicer. But it's just as a group we are going through stuff. But I promise you, that you're great. They'll grow to you. No, you'll grow to. There'll be mutual growing of the
I'll
liking.
just shush him. I get it.
Thank you. I needed it.
Okay. As you lay watch throughout the night, and it's fair to say that somebody's on watch at all times, it's about 5:30 in the morning when Dane, you're woken by Night Eyes' warning that there are horsemen on the road coming towards you.
I'll wake the group up. I'll be like, guys, there's horsemen on the road coming towards us. So good morning. You all look wonderful.
As at the moment that the horsemen arrive, they kind of thunder up to the camp and call out, "Good morning! Sorry to wake you, travellers, but we're seeking somebody. Any females in the group, can you come forward, please?"
Are you seeking Vivian?
No. We're seeking a girl of a particular nature and name, but that information we'll keep to ourselves unless we can see her here. And once everybody's come out, he sort of takes a glance at Sonia and Neva, but shakes his head, obviously wrong race. And then he just sort of looks at you all. And, do you mind if I take a look in the tent? We're guards operating on behalf of the royals of Draenor. Just need to make sure that you're not harboring any. No, Draenor's good. We like Draenor. There's nice people
but
there.
they're cops.
Oh, yeah, sure. But anyway, as long as you'll let him, he'll take a brief look in the tent, and then he'll... I'm sorry to disturb you. If you come across a small human girl who has tattoos from the ends of her fingers up to her shoulders, or so we're told, and across her body, they appear like chains, please stay well clear. She is not to be approached under any circumstance.
Is that Penelope?
You get the impression it might be, but she sure as hell didn't have those tattoos last time you saw her.
Okay, I was about to ask.
Yeah, whatever that means. Also, the cult of the Black Swords are on the move. Stay close together. Make sure your weapons are at the ready at all times. Dangerous times right now.
Yeah. Thanks for the heads up.
Might I ask where you're headed?
No.
No, you may not.
Very well. It's just worth warning that if you were headed to Galvynia, I suggest you turn around and walk the other way. It's not
Why
good
is
times
that?
over there.
Why?
The Lady Melisande has taken over as Duchess and seems revealed some colours that were hidden before. The town's under martial law and people are being conscripted into the army under the force of the Black Swords. They,
So we heard.
from what I hear, being a citizen in that town right now it's not a good thing.
I'm gonna
She's
turn
evil?
to.
Sorry, go on, Nico.
I'm gonna turn to look at Kelaan. I'm just gonna give him a puzzled look as I try to imagine what he'd look like in armor and a sword that he probably can't even pick up properly. That he's just trailing behind him. I'm just imagining that as I look at him.
God looks to you all, and well, safe journeys on the road, and sorry for waking you at this early hour.
It's cool. Good luck with your search.
He sort of turns and he lets out a sharp whistle and sort of waves his spear around, and you notice that there's sort of 15 or 20 riders that come to join him as they head on down the road. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning, but you're all wide awake now, so might as well get rolling.
Guys, did that sound like Penelope he was describing?
You think it might be, yeah. She was definitely a human girl. She was definitely quite short. She definitely had the hair color he mentioned. She did not have those spidery tattoos.
Penelope's not a human though.
Technically, she's a Kalashtar, but they don't know that. Humans, Kalashtar look very similar, right?
Okay. Guys,
We can
should
identify
make
the
a
chain
plan?
tattoos to be related.
You know the chain tattoos are to do with Thrasadun. You don't know necessarily that they're on her.
Should we make a plan before we go into Galvynia that is now taken over by the evil lady who hates us? Should we maybe do a little planning session of what we're gonna do when we get there? What is the strategy here?
That is not a bad idea.
I've been in Galvynia once before. We could probably go in through the sewer systems. Remain undetected.
Yes, the sewer systems. I think that maybe she has a good understanding of the sewer systems.
Yeah.
It's when we first met her.
Kelaan, give me a what's the word? Just give me an intelligence check, I guess. That'll do. At this moment. Because what you're saying is very right. You obviously did meet her in the sewers.
20.
But if you remember when you met her most recently, she was, as the Duchess, pretending at least to somewhat be normal. The guards down there, whilst there probably are guards in the sewers, you're very correct, may not be the official guards of the army. Perhaps the Black Swords. So, yeah, that's... Do what you like with that info. But you do know that there are sewer entrances quite a long way out from the city that you could sort of get down into. If you wish.
Okay, so we get in through the sewers. I like that. Like, that sounds like a good idea, I think. But like, what is our objective in town? I know we want to lay rest to our friend, but also like this evil lady has taken over. Like, do we want to like maybe sneak your families out? Do we want to try to deal with her? Would that be treason? Like, what are we hoping to accomplish in town right now?
Checking on our families at the very least. I don't have much of a plan past that.
And give him his body, obviously.
Yes. Do we know of any other, like, Galvynia has like a main gate? Do we know?
There is a main gate and there is a rear gate, both of which you have gone through before. There are also a couple of side gates that are more sort of like traditional merchant traveling gates. You know that there's enough of Galvynia that's corrupt enough that somebody's probably selling away in. You know, the walls are well maintained, but there are plenty of routes in. What you may be slightly more right about is that you were told by the traveler that the guards of Galvynia are sort of posting a perimeter well outside of the city perimeter. Dane and Nico, give me a survival check while we're at it.
$21.
Sorry?
21.
Yeah. Okay, so Dane, you remember that if you were to move a little bit off the track, you think you might be able to lead the group to a hill where there's a vantage point. Nico, you remember that sort of closer to Galvynia, there are some valleys and gullies that you might be able to use to cover to get as close to Galvynia as possible without being seen from the road. Between the two of you, maybe you could get a vantage point, see down towards Galvynia, see where the soldiers lay, and then work your way through those sorts of gullies and valleys if you wished.
What's a gully?
Like a gorge, sort of deep, sort of almost like the bottom of a ravine, I guess.
You know, I'm going to turn to Sonia and I'm going to look at her and say, I don't know why I haven't done this yet. Can you come here for a second?
I don't like where this is going, but sure.
I'm going to need you to stand still for a couple minutes. I'm going to put my hand on the necklace.
Wait a minute.
And then I'm going to take 11 minutes to cast Identify.
Dear
Okay.
God. How awkward.
The item is cursed. The curse is beyond your understanding and recognition. It definitely is attuned to Sonia. And its properties allow somebody to use both aspects of clairvoyance through it. You also discover that there is a spell attached to it that is set to trigger if it is removed forcibly. You get the impression that it's a very dangerous spell, but you're not entirely sure what it is.
Just wondering how long it'll be till I can identify that and dispel it.
You work out from this that dispelling it is not going to be something that would be doable by a wizard or magician. Instead, the curse would need to be removed first, probably by a priest of a rather high level. Yeah. Once that was done, you'd be able to then dispel the rest of the magic, but the curse needs to be removed first, otherwise you'd find yourself... Basically, it would be the same as removing the necklace. Trying to dispel the magic. Poor Sonia would go poof.
Don't like that.
Deal with the necklace. Regardless.
Wow, I can use clairvoyance.
No, somebody can use clairvoyance on the necklace that isn't you.
Oh man.
To see
I was
through,
hoping
to see and hear through the necklace as if casting the clairvoyance spell.
Well, that is why I have a piece of tape over the necklace. I just want
Yes.
to establish that is canonical.
Regardless, can I assume that Dane would lead you all up to the hill?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you make your way through the edge of the forest and up to the hill, you immediately see that standing on the hill, you are not alone. Instead, standing on the hill are two figures that you recognize. One is a white-haired bard, and the other is a bugbear, stands tall with a large weapon. Standing a short distance away on a horse is a mouse folk gentleman. Oh, I forgot about that. Neighbor. Is a mouse folk who looks rather well to do with a small rapier. You recognize these to be the Branded Brotherhood.
Oh no.
Which some of them have been very nice to you and some of them have been mean as hell, so I don't know, it's up to you.
These are our rivals. Okay. Oh yeah, I will tell that to
complete
Nemo.
strangers.
So you can approach them and say hello, Dane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
The bard says nothing. Instead, the centaur turns to you with the mousefolk upon his back. And it's the mousefolk gent that speaks. Says, "Good day, travellers. The nameless 11, correct?"
Yeah.
He sort of bows low on the back of the centaur to Neva and says, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of making an acquaintance.
I don't think so.
So you'd say you've never met her?
Oh, shut up.
no.
He sort of leaps, does a little flip, and then as he lands on his feet, he grabs his hat and bows really low again. And Staccadio, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Well, troubling times, no doubt. We were just discussing how we might sneak back into Galvynia and help some of the citizens within.
Oh, wait, you guys are locked out?
Well, they're conscripting members of the city to the army, and despite being excellent fighters, that isn't the future we had planned for ourselves. But we've got friends in there. He nods towards the bard. And her father is there, and her brother.
Dane, you're muted.
A line.
Oh, or maybe not.
A line?
All I heard was a
Our
line.
goals. Line.
Oh, your goals
yeah.
are that.
Together.
You're also seeking a way inside the city.
Our families are there too.
What do you know of this strange martial law?
We are honestly just hearing about it like a couple days ago, maybe.
Let's get you up to date. First of all, Lady Melisande has disowned her sons. All 7 of them. Instead, she has adopted a daughter. And has placed that daughter as her heir.
Oh.
The daughter apparently was seen somewhere to the east, presiding over a group of cultists. When a couple of young gentlemen, conscripts, said they didn't want to join up with the army, stories that may be exaggerations tell of the tattoos on her body writhing and moving out of her body before slowly strangling the 2 men to death, returning to her body. Strange stories, but one thing is for certain. The Lady Melisande and this new adopted daughter seem to have unusual powers. She rules with a vice-iron grip. And at the moment, the Rose of Draenor have chosen to stay away from the problem. Politics. Regardless, the sewer entrances are guarded, but by cultists. Black swords deep in the sewers. We had thought to charge our way through, and well, kill those that stand in our way, though quiet approach would be preferred. And then he sort of gestures to his centaur mount, and unfortunately, some of us are not the best equipped for a quiet entrance.
That's not really our brand either.
There is, of course, another option. My friend here, and he gestures towards Shyla, the bard, is a very accomplished trickster and an actress. She could perhaps talk us in as traveling merchants or something. But once we're inside the city, you'd be on your own. I understand that perhaps we've been perceived as friendly or even unfriendly rivals. But we come from the same city, and that city is our home.
I mean, we maybe go through the sewers and clear them and then use that to get out with our families, you know, like a way in, way out kind of situation for parents.
Shyla turns and says to you, I will not be walking through the sewers, though perhaps some of my party will. They will be able to make their way in, and we can meet them inside the gate. She looks at Sonia. Perhaps, if you are willing to allow me to join you on your cart, the two of us and maybe your fancy friend there, and she gestures towards Kelaan, perhaps could enter as a blacksmith and a merchant's daughter, and her partner. Blacksmiths are not being conscripted to battle, for they are able to provide weapons. And from the looks of you, fancy fellow, you might have some magic which you could provide in that vein. We could sell the story that between the three of us we're looking to come to Galvynia to help with the creation of weapons. We can get inside the city and disperse from within, and in the meantime our friends can make their ways through the sewers. We can all meet inside the walls.
Okay, love that. Do you think there's any possibility she has, like, you know, like wanted posters or anything distributed? Because Melisande doesn't like us.
Melisande,
There's a chance they're looking for us.
Melisande Shadowseye likes few, but if she has her eyes on you specifically, you can assume that there are no posters at all, but instead that she has handed word to every one of her guards and black swords. I may be able to assist you in that, although it may be a little strange. And with that, she pulls out a makeup kit.
Oh boy, the makeover
I am an expert in the art of disguise.
Sonia's gonna take her ponytail down.
And with that, they'll sort of gesture to their camp a little way away, where you will see the final member of their party, a Vidalcan, who stands very tall and proud, who appears to be, who climbs down a rope that appears to be hanging in midair. He gestures for you to climb on up, and if you all go up, you'll find yourselves in a rather well-acquainted and peaceful sort of large hut, I guess, where the temperature is comfortable and you can all see around, but nobody can see in. She turns to Kelaan and, you look like a fellow wizard.
I am.
Can you? And then she gestures towards the sort of area they are currently in.
My DM told me I couldn't take it.
No, wrong spell.
Fired.
Wrong spell. It's not Mordenkainen's shitty apartment.
Aww.
No,
It's him, right?
it's not. It is not.
Oh.
However, she looks at you and I have a scroll if you wish. And with that, she will hand you a scroll of a rope trick. Rope trick says, no. Why you go away? Come back, bitch.
That's weird. Why does it say that?
Can I not send to VTT? Why not happening? Oh, do I have to prepare it first? That's annoying. Prepared spells. Get rid of that. Spellbook. Why? All I want to do is send the chat to chat.
I
Oh,
sent
you've
the
done it
card.
already. Yeah, okay, cool. That works. Yeah. So you can do that. 8 creatures. It's going to be a bit of a squeeze, but let's face it, the centaur and the bugbear were never going to climb up the rope anyway. So there's the 6 of you, and then Sicario doesn't really count as a creature because he's like a foot tall. And yeah, a couple of you and the mage introduce themselves. She turns to you and says, "My name's Naya. I've seen your fate in the stars."
What is that fate?
You come to a fork in the road, moment where you will stand against powers of great evil. I know not if you succeed. Alas, it's the fate of all of us to seek a grand finale. But I must get some rest. Spells to prepare for the morning. She looks over to Kelaan, and perhaps we might exchange a couple of spells.
Why not?
She'll mention a couple of spells that she's seeking, one of which is Scorching Ray, and the other of which is you haven't heard. And in exchange, she will offer to teach you the spell. Where are we? She'll offer to teach you invisibility if you don't already know it. And over the course of the night, as those two are chatting and being far too friendly, Sicario will quietly approach Corin. Sicario is the mousefolk. Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice that the mount you ride is quite magnificent. Is it a work of your own?
Or nods.
Incredible. I have great admiration for abilities. I've been working on a creature of my own, though he's a little smaller. And with that, he takes out like this tiny little sort of mechanical rat that you would recognize to be a Volga. A Volga? Is that right? Volga homunculus? I think it's called. It's something homunculus. Little homunculus dude that is tiny. It definitely has a first word, but I can't remember what it is. And he'll show you that it has the ability to sort of scurry around and report back and give various bits of information. At the time, incredibly useful. Here, and then he'll hand you a small diamond. It's a good gem to begin a creation around. Do you mind if I spend a minute inspecting your friend here? Just to see how they work. I won't touch, I promise.
Sure.
And he sort of takes a little look, because he's quite small, right? He's only a foot tall. So he sort of takes a little look, and then at one point, you see him sort of make with a gesture a small like rope ladder that seems to stand on its own, and he takes a few steps up to look at Oma's eyes and stuff. After a while, we'll turn and sort of nod to you, and truly incredible work. Shall we see what state your friend is in? And with that, he sort of gestures down towards where Sonia is being made over by a Shiloh. Sonia has all sorts of things going on here. Hair dye, painted lips, all the sorts. But what is amazing about this transition is, realistically, she's still very recognizable as Sonia. But she looks a little older, a little gruffer. Sort of lines around the eyes, a slight eye color change, a slight hair color change. It's enough that at a glance, or even with a poster in hand, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But as her friends, you can all immediately see that it's just Sonia in a slightly different getup.
When do I get my makeup?
No. And with that, Shiloh will look at you all and, we've no time to waste. Perhaps we'll see you on the other side. And she gestures towards Crown and Sonia, suggests that you make your way in.
All right, let's do this. You should know I'm a terrible liar. I'm going to just look at the ground.
The best thing you can do is say a whole lot of nothing. And if anybody says anything, just do that sort of dwarven thing they do, you know? That sort of noise.
Yeah.
A decent liar.
I'll imitate my dad. When have I lied?
You should also stay quiet, fancy boy. This may not be the sort of lying you're accustomed to. It is acting, you see. Not just any simple role. And with that, she sort of changes her pose slightly. She puts her violin away. And she pulls her cloak around. And within moments, she looks like a peasant's daughter. You can see that she's definitely also had some magic involved in that. Kralin, if you want to give me an Arcana check, you might work out what she cast.
That's a 23.
And she cast Alter Self. So some pretty drastic changes are going on there. And the robe she wears definitely contains some magic that allows her to change the appearance of the garment.
I'm going to prestidigitate a ring on Sonia's finger.
Okay, love that. Simple things.
Okay.
The simple things. And so, Kralin, you'll be playing the part of Ashila's partner.
Oh, Shiloh's. I thought you said I was...
No. Sonia's the blacksmith, and you're two of her employees. A couple.
Yeah, I'm unprestidigitating the ring.
Oh, I thought you said you were doing it on the bard's finger.
Yeah, I'll do
right?
it on the bard.
That's what I thought you said. Sorry. Right. Okay. So yeah, as you guys head on down to the gates, we will instead turn to the rest of the party. Sicario will sort of hop up and, well, it's now or never through the sewers. Does anybody have any preparations they need to make?
I'll look over at them three as they walk away.
Right, but yes, go on the cart.
They travel away, and I'll linger for a moment, and I'll turn and just nod and say, "I'm ready."
Okay. One thing the bard does do actually, which I forgot to mention, is she makes sort of a couple of gestures over the sort of casket that you have Mai in, and makes it look like a series of sort of smithing tools and stuff, so that they won't be changed or touched, just to make sure that the casket carrying Mai is not intruded upon. She turns to Sonia and says, I hope you don't feel that that's a little disrespectful, but I thought it would be more disrespectful if the guards prod around.
Yeah, I'd rather not have to explain all that led to this.
Indeed. The rest of you, it'll be a sort of charge through the sewers for the most part. Once you get down there, the footing's difficult. The centaur is going to be incredibly grumpy throughout. Sort of ankle deep in sludge and slime and slipping around on 4 well-polished hooves. The bugbear is sort of bent over almost double. You are also sort of struggling. Here it's very cramped for you in these corridors. Karn, you can ride Omer in here, but Omer's footing will also be struggling. So it may be better to lead them as you all trudge on through these sewers. It's not long before you come across a couple of guards, and as you guys reach the guards, one of them falls dead upon the ground, with a mousefolk riding his shoulder to the ground as Sicario pulls a dagger across his throat. The rest of you quickly are able to step up. It's fair to say between the group of you, you run him through about 8 times, and slowly lower his body down to the water. These are clearly cultists. They're black swords. They have the black sword markings. Nasty fellows. One of them sort of with a sort of half a beard missing to a vile scar. You are able to get 63 silver pieces from the bodies, if you wish. Sicario sort of tosses the coin purse, probably to Nico, to be fair, just to say, have this if you wish. But he pulls out a wooden bracelet that you will immediately recognize. A series of charms that look a little similar to those that Kelaan once had. He sort of looks it over, and this looks like a pass mark of some sort. Any of you dabble in magic?
Yes.
He sort of tosses it to you. See what you make of that. As Naya looks over your shoulder, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Oh, that's great. 13.
Oh, well, the wizard got even worse. Between the two of you sort of look at it and might do something. The rest of you will remember back that it did allow you passageway through that sort of twofold door. But finding your way into Melisand's private quarters probably isn't on your list of priorities right now. But he'll say if you wish to keep a couple of the bracelets, and eventually as you pass through and kill some more cultists, you might get enough for one of each of you if you wish to keep hold of them. He suggests wrapping them carefully so that they don't give off any signals. A little further on down the path, there are 3 more cultists. One attempts to raise an alarm, but very quickly Corin shoots a bolt of lightning up, catches the guard by surprise, knocks the horn out of his hand, and the rest of you are able to rush in and bring them down. As you wind in through the sewers, you can see that they're not that carefully guarded, but they've just posted people at various intervals. And before long, you will rise up into the city. Sonia Kelaan, as you reach the gate, the bard does all the talking, sort of. There seems to be some magic to the lilt of her voice, as slowly even the two of you become a little hypnotized at the story she weaves. Kelaan, you'll notice that she's casting Suggestion or Charm Person at almost every single opportunity, and is really leaving nothing to chance. And before long, you are escorted through the gates. At which point she turns to you and simply says, "Over there by the wall is where they'll emerge. Just move over there quickly." And as you all make your way into Galvynia...
Home sweet home.
Sort of. You'll notice a few things about the city immediately. First of all, I don't know why our music didn't change. Should have changed. Come on now. There we go. First of all, you'll notice that the streets are mostly empty. Herding people down the streets, occasionally you'll see what is quite clearly cultists wearing the armor of soldiers. You'll see men pushing women and children along as he shepherds them away from their homes. You'll see there's a man being beaten on the side of the road a little way down, quite nastily. And nothing here is as well kept or as clean as it was. The shops appear closed. Houses are boarded up. But as you all enter in, you find yourselves down in the chalk quarters. Yeah, a lot of you won't have been in the chalk quarters before. Did this work? There we go. Okay, that's really, really big. You find yourself emerging out of the chalk quarters. Oh. Shyla sort of gestures towards a couple of places, and perhaps in one of those places you might lay low. We've got business to attend to you, but thanks.
You too.
And she heads on down to the docks with her friends in tow. To the group of you, you find yourselves in the chalk quarters, and one of the places she's nodded towards is the grimiest looking bar you could imagine. Sorry, let's just move a little closer in. Whoop, there we go. As in fact, this building here. Just down and left from the party token. And as you look up, it just says The Shack on the front of it. And there's half a tankard painted. The other half of the sign appears to have scraped off or fallen off. There's a couple of loose boards at the front, but the door is sort of just about open, a little ajar. And in fact, it doesn't look like it would shut properly even if someone tried. Standing outside is a half-orc who's sort of biting on the back of his thumb. And at his, in his left hand, he sort of leans on a really heavy warhammer. He looks over at all of you and, "Why, sir? What brings you round here? You coming out the sewers? It's gonna be a little suspect, don't you think?"
We just thought a bath would be nice. Zoos are great for baths.
Bathing is a good way to stand out of the chalk quarters. But if you're looking for a place to lay low, Macy's looking after people in the back.
Oh, thank you. How did you know?
Because people that dress like you don't come to the choke quarters unless they're looking to hide. With that, he sort of gestures over to a couple of peasants who are wearing sort of scant rags and have mud like 2/3 of the way up their arms and flea-bitten clothing. And he sort of gestures towards your shining, polished armor and Kelan's silly, ostentatious robe. He sort of looks at him. Price is 10 gold each.
Seems steep.
Right.
You'd rather be one of them getting beaten across the street? Or perhaps, and then he gestures towards one of the soldiers, perhaps you'd rather be one of them.
Hold on, 10 gold to enter?
Oh yeah, 10 gold to enter and be hidden.
Oh, I see.
Do you guys have 60 gold between you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have 23.
Okay, it's 10 gold
I
each,
don't
please.
I know.
You won't spend the gold, did you say, Neva?
No.
What are you gonna do then?
I'm gonna use this guy's self.
Okay. And do what?
I'm
At least go
gonna...
around the corner so he doesn't see you.
I don't know, I'll look for like one of the guards, I guess.
Oh, you're going for a soldiery look. Okay.
Yeah.
As Neva sort of assumes the guise of a soldier, and sort of leans back against the wall outside the tavern, he looks at you all and, neat trick that, but you ain't got one of those. And then he looks at Sonia and is like, wait, you've got one of those. You one of them?
What? Wait,
And
are
he
the
gestures
guards
again to a necklace, and as you look over at one of the guards, you see that they are wearing a black block onyx necklace that look very similar to yours.
God. I was wearing it before it got cool, but
Trendsetter over here.
yeah.
He sort of
No,
looks
I'm
at you and, you didn't put it on by choice.
No, I would taken it off a long time ago if I had the option.
Trick or not, I'll waive the price. Macy's gonna want to see that. She's got a priest friend who might be able to help you.
Oh, please. Thank you, sir.
But, I'm really sorry. And with that, he sort of reaches over, and before any of you can react, he sort of snaps his hands down either side of Sonia, and a sort of burlap sack goes all the way down to her waist.
Oh no!
He ties it tight and sort of picks her up off the ground.
They're kidnapping her.
I'm drawing my sword.
I'm drawing my sword.
Easy,
I'm
friend.
kicking my legs.
Easy,
I'm realizing
friend.
what's happening and not doing anything.
You don't put the eyes that see through that in here. Now. And then he sort of looks at the bag and looks at you guys. I'm assuming you'd rather I cast a spell than... And then he gestures towards, like, heading around the head with the warhammer.
Good luck. My head is solid as rock.
If you will permit it, Sonia, he will cast sleep on you.
Wow. I don't know. Can I just walk in wearing the bag?
You can still hear.
Oh, I see.
Wait,
Okay.
if the necklace works by what she can hear and see, doesn't the sellotape do nothing?
Oh, the sellotape does absolutely nothing. Yes, he's.
The tape does nothing,
But Sonia felt like it did something, and that's what mattered.
but Sonia believes it does something.
It's to do with what she
I
can
love
hear.
that the
Your
sellotape
body,
works.
Sonia, don't worry.
But soon after, as soon as she's put to sleep, he will sort of open the door, and then he'll sort of hand Sonia to Nico.
Thank you.
I'll happily take her.
Take care of my corpse.
Okay, and as you move in, you see this grimy, nasty bar. There's like bits of wood hanging off it. There's like one barrel that's sort of dusty at the corner. And behind the counter is the ugliest female orc you have ever seen. He sort of looks over and... Oh, we got a bad one, hey! Head on downstairs! And she sort of pulls this rugged door open, and there's a pale lit corridor down the stairs. All happy to head down?
Yeah.
Okay. As you head on down, there's light music playing. Downstairs are these sort of fairly elegant tables, low lit lanterns, half capped, and various people who appear to be of noble So descent, very well dressed. And standing over in the corner is the ugliest, smelliest dwarf you've seen since Archon Blackbeard. But none of you recognize any of these signals because the first thing you see is your parents, your family, your friends. Not Nico, your family's off trotting. But you will also see Mai's family here. And it's fair to say that if you've left the cart upstairs, you probably brought your friend's body in. Kelaan, you'll see your own parents. And the dwarf sort of, as you approach them, will look over at you and... God sends his regards. Your family have been kept safe down here, and you may approach them. Oh, incidentally, sorry, I kind of forgot something there. A very small female halfling will approach and look at the burlap sack that Nico's carrying and look up to Nico. Excuse me, sir, I don't suppose that'll be a companion of yours, would it?
Yeah, this is my friend Sonia.
Oh, well, poor dearie. Come on, bring her into the room out back. I'm sure Willis would like to take a look at her. She's been necklaced, right?
Yes. Didn't realise that was a word, but yes.
Well, I think they're terming it collared up there, but frankly, as one who used to be a slave, I don't like the phrase.
Such a good phrase. Yeah, she's been collared. I way prefer that. That's cooler.
All right,
She's
well,
been collared.
regardless. Come on then. Bring her out. Willis is a funny fella, but he seems to be quite good at the knack of removing these things.
I'll follow her to the room.
Okay, so there's this little tiny room out back, and inside is sort of a bed that looks like it's laid out for a healer. And inside is a sort of man who looks to be in his late 90s. He's sort of completely curved over. He's bald with this tiny little ring of grey hair around the outside. And he looks to be blind. He sort of leans on a stick and he looks over and... is this another one? Go on then, put her on the bed. And
I'll take her out of the sack, and I'll place her down.
Okay.
And I'll like brush her hair out of her face, and then I'll turn to him and give him a nod, and then I'll.
He slams his staff down, and the magic sort of knocks you backwards a little. Stay in the room if you don't mind. You're her friend. It'll be good for her to see a friendly face when she comes round from this. If you don't mind.
Nico will like stand there thinking for a second. Like obviously he wants to stay there for Sonia, but he also, wants to be there when we give Maya's body. But he'll stay with Sonia.
You'll notice that there is a ferret sat above the bed on a shelf looking directly at you. And the ferret then turns its eyes down to Sonia, and the blind man moves across his staff, slams it down again and begins to chant in a strange language, waving his hand.
That's how he's seeing.
Yeah, that's how he's seeing.
It's
The ferret.
familiar.
Yep.
Not just a pretty face, me.
And as he begins to chant, you see smoke rising from Sonia's neck. Eventually, the necklace sort of expands, and Sonia sort of is rigidly sat up in the middle of the bed. Her eyes come open, but they're thick black. Just no pupils, no anything, just black eyes like an insect almost. The necklace begins to expand over her head, and as soon as it's reached just clear of her hair, it snaps closed audibly and violently. He quickly grabs a little pouch and sort of snaps it over the necklace and puts it in the side where you see lots of these pouches. Sonia's eyes clear and he sort of reaches down to her shoulder and I think you'll be okay now, little one. Well.
Is she conscious?
Am I awake?
Yeah, you begin to come around to consciousness, and Sonia, he puts a small scroll in your hands, and I sense the divines in you, although they seem to be of dwarven origin. Perhaps if any of your friends get in trouble, you might use this. And he hands you a 5th level scroll of Remove Curse. Just in case anybody else gets collared.
I'll stand next to Sonia and I'll say, how do you feel?
Wow. I mean, it's off completely, right?
Oh yeah, there's no sign of it. There's a little sort of blistery marks around your neck where it was removed, but they don't feel sore to touch. They're like old scarring, and he assures you that those will disappear in time. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh. It is literally a weight off my shoulders. Thank you. What was this? What was your name, sir?
Willis is my name, though. Just the healer is how they call me down here. I manage.
This is, I mean, why are they doing this to like so many people? Do you know anything about these necklaces?
Have you ever seen a beehive? Not the hairstyle.
Has Sonia seen a beehive? Probably. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you see, the way it works in a beehive is that there are lots and lots and lots of bees that are called drones, or workers, as they are. And they go out and they do their thing, but they're all controlled by the one mind of the queen. She grows fat on riches brought to her by those people, and she controls them in return. One might say this queen grows fat on intrigue and power and dark magics. Though I'm not sure she's the one in charge. I don't know.
Nico's gonna chuckle at the fact of him calling Dummy Mummy fat.
And, well, a bit like that. Somebody wanted to control. Every one of these soldiers, what do you call them? Cohorts? I don't know. Small troops, little groups, every one of them has one man in charge with one of these necklaces on. They're also collaring some of the magic people in the area and other people they want to control or keep eye on. Though, I must say, young dwarf, yours was a little different. More powerful in its magics in some ways, but less so in others. There was no control element, but it seemed to allow somebody to look through it. It seemed to be being watched.
Yeah. Do the others not have that same functionality?
Some of them are able to hear or see through them, but mostly they're for control.
Well,
She's probably not going to be very happy with you now.
No, don't worry. There are lots of people out here who also escaped the collar. She has plenty to track down.
I mean, can't thank you enough.
No, don't worry about it. Just doing my part. I won't see my city oppressed.
Neither will we.
Very good. Go on with you. I'm sure I'll have others in here soon enough, and an old man must take his rest where he can.
Thank you very much.
You are very, very welcome. Blessed one. That was most definitely directed at Nico, by the way. Just in case you hadn't understood.
The last one.
You travel with a spirit, do you not? And it is one of rather extensive powers. Don't think that these blind eyes can't see that.
I don't think Nico knows enough about magic to know about the familiar thing. So, I'll just look at him and say, very perceptive of you.
Well, not of me. My goddess lets me keep eyes on the world. She is most giving. Who is that indeed? Give me a second. I'm opening the document because I knew you'd ask that question. And wasn't ready. I know that she's the placer of stars. If that's any help. Andromeda.
Isn't that like the really bad Mass Effect game?
It could be. It's also the most powerful of the goddesses and gods in the constellation religion. She's the placer of stars and the maneuver of other gods. Well, as I said, be on your way. And as you open the door, you will see that across the room are Mai's parents, looking frankly a little distraught. As standing before them is Dane, Coral, and Corin. And Neva, but I think she's probably keeping her distance a little bit. Not, hey, I'm your daughter's replacement. How's it going? I know little about Mai's family, but I will be able to tell you that they are definitely aggrieved at her loss, and I'm sure that it's all been explained to them. But Sonia and Nico, as you come out, that's the scene you come to.
Yeah, kind of seeing that, Nico will like stop dead in his tracks, and then like take a breath, and then he'll walk towards the pie. I don't know if the rest of the pie has said anything yet, or if they've just handed the
No,
body
they
back.
just.
Here you go.
Oh no, okay. So it's assumed that they've already told the family everything about what happened to Maya and such. More of interest at this moment is probably that the party will turn and see Sonia emerging.
Yeah, guys, tacky necklace is gone.
My God, it was awful. I'm so sorry. I lied to you. Oh God, thank goodness.
I appreciate that, Dane. I'm gonna go to Mai's parents, and oh my gosh, I'm really sorry. It's because of me that she started adventuring, and I didn't protect her well enough.
Don't be silly. No one could tell my daughter what to do, or how to do it, or when to do it, or where to do it, or why to do it, for that matter. She wanted to do what she wanted to do. And yeah, she joined her adventuring group, but could easily have joined somebody else's. And I'm sure she wouldn't have let anybody protect her any more than she tried to protect them. She might have died young, but it would have gone the way she wanted to. Protecting her friends. Don't be silly.
That
No one's
is
to blame.
what she was, protecting all of us.
We've got a bit of land up behind the house. We might have to go in those silly outfits that they're giving out upstairs, but we could head over there and maybe give her a decent burial. We could use a strong arm or two.
Yeah, I will let you go.
All of you are welcome. You were her family as much as we were.
I don't want to go to the funeral.
Okay.
But I do want to travel with them because I want to go to my house.
Okay. They will sort of look at you questioningly. Would Nico explain why?
Like, he probably hasn't even said that. I'm just telling you.
Oh, right, okay, you're not saying that out loud. Sorry, right, okay.
No,
Absolutely fine,
yeah. I'm not saying fuck your daughter. I'm not going to a funeral.
Okay, right, cool. So, as the group of you sort of approach, the girl in the corner who first greeted you, the halfling, looks you and, going back out so soon? Oh, funeral? My mother nods and, yeah. Well, it's quite a lot of you, but I think we've got enough robes. She reaches down and she starts pulling out these black robes upon which are grey chains painted all over them. At the front is a deep red cross, at the centre of which is a sort of growing cloud with tentacles writhing in its masses. We've managed to steal quite a few of these and remake a few of them. They've got a little bit of magic to them, you see. Your faces go all invisible like. These are what these new priestesses are wearing as they wander the towns. They're known as the Inquisitors. They strict orders, nobody to disturb them, all that sort of stuff. They're the only way that anybody seems to be going around, though I will say that a group this large might get some notice, so you might want to go in two groups, but most definitely they seem to be the best disguise we've got. We do ask that you bring them back, and in exchange you leave some of your stuff here so that we know that you'll come back. maybe you'd look a bit suspicious with all that weaponry on you anyway. So perhaps if you might, with an exchange.
Yeah, I'll give them my greatsword, my glaive, my boomerang.
Your whole arsenal.
She'll sign all your names off as you go, and if any of you are, if you give your real names, you notice that she sort of winces, and I'm really sorry to disappoint you if you weren't expecting it, but you've been labelled anathema.
A what?
To
I
be
think I
killed.
went to school with her.
To be killed on sight. Not by us, don't worry. But, you know, there's some names. There are some other names on the list. Ashyla Sunblessed, Sicario, and she'll go on proceed to list the names of the Branded Brotherhood. She'll also list the name of the bard that first told the stories of you in the town, although he's apparently still wanted and at large. And the final name given is Archon Blackbeard. Those are listed as troubles to the Duchess, to be seeked out directly. So, I wouldn't give your names anywhere if anyone asks. Not that I think you would anyway, but, you know, just to let you know. And if you're trouble to the Duchess, you're very welcome at Macy's. So, look after yourselves and keep up the dark work. Down with the Duchess! She gives you a salute.
Down
What
with
a
it.
great slogan. Down with the Dutch.
And with that, you can all make your way to the Tresnir plot of land in two separate groups. Nico, at what point do you attempt to split?
Whenever convenient and easiest to sneak away. I won't completely disappear without saying anything.
No, I think it's fair to say that your entire party will notice if you try and walk off. At that,
Not if I'm walking at the back.
I think the entire party noticed. There were only like 7 of you. It's quite difficult to lose someone in that situation, especially one of the taller ones. Sonia, Kelaan, Dane, Corin, neighbor, I suppose you've sort of been awkwardly bundled along with them. Obviously, you didn't know Mai, but at the same time, like, you seem to be part of this group, so it's just like, here, have a robe off, you fuck. Yeah, the group of you notice as Nico goes to move away. I'll let you guys decide what you're doing in the situation.
I'll use telepathy to talk to Nico. I'll be like, where are you going?
I just need to go home and get something. I'll be back soon.
Be careful. Are you sure you should be going alone?
Yeah, it'll be easier to move around that way.
Okay, but be careful. We are Nefera fa 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 or whatever.
Anathema.
I'll let the party know. I'll whisper like
Anemone.
Regardless, as Dane sort of whispers to the party that Nico's headed off for his reason, we'll actually follow Nico, not the rest of you, as the rest of you continue on to the Bard Quarter where the person near home is. Nico, you head a little way to the other side. You'll notice your house from a distance away, as painted in big black writing across it. Enemies of the crown. Death to the storm chasers. Actually, it wouldn't be storm chasers, it'd be your individual family names, but death to and then your parents' names. Spreaders of lies. Tellers of myth. You notice that somebody's broken into your house and they appear to have looted and sort of trashed most of it.
Oh, distasteful.
Are you going in?
I sure am. Also, what a horrible campaign to ever be a paladin of the crown. Yeah, I'll head.
Okay. You notice that most stuff has been sort of moved and smashed about. Very little has been taken. It looks like this was a raid for the purpose of finding information on where your parents might have gone. And actually at that moment, we're just going to take 1 minute before we carry on. Because if she can be... Welcome back. Nico, as you go through your house, despite the fact that a lot of stuff is ransacked, at the back right of the house, sort of near the fireplace, you notice there are flowers. Fresh flowers.
I'll approach the flowers.
Okay. They're in wreaths and sort of piles all around a certain area, and at the center of that is a piece of parchment. On this parchment, you notice it's been preserved in glass, is what appears to be a poem of some sort. When you read through this poem, you notice that it is preaching the word against Melisande Sharazai. And in fact, it calls her demon spawn, spreader of lies and corruption and darkness, queen of violence and oppression. And as you read through, you notice that this is most definitely something that your mum would have written. As you look at the fireplace, people have written in ink and chalk all over the fireplace little messages saying, you know, hope you're safe, we wish you the best, just messages of support in general. From this, you can glean that whatever your parents have been doing, they've been creating absolute fucking havoc while they're doing it. Which they kind of told you they were going to do anyway, so, you know. Is there anything specific you are looking for in the home, having seen all of this?
So I will go to my bedroom. I'm assuming that's also slightly like...
Oh, everything's been tossed and turned, but not much has actually been taken of any sort.
Yeah, that's fine. So there's a few, like, floorboards in my bedroom that are loose. Hopefully no one found them.
Not from what you can see.
Thank God. So yeah, I'll pull them up, and inside is like a little box, and I'll sit on the edge of my bed and open the box, and I will take out a piece of parchment that has like a very crude stick figure drawings in different, I don't know if crayons are a thing in this world, but sellotape is.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And it's like it's a picture that Nico drew when he was a kid of everyone together, and like looking at it, he like gets like memories of like everyone together and laughing at the campfire, and when they were kids, and they would steal Corellan's study books and like tease him with them, and like as he's like going through all these memories of all of them, he just like, because he's been like trying to be strong for everyone and being very like cut off emotionally, and just like looking at this picture, just this wave of like grief like washes over him, and he just like sobs. Yeah.
Okay. And as you are all stood there, as you are in your home, everybody else arrives at the side of the Tresnir garden. As Mai's parents sort of show you to the area of the garden, where various sort of... she'll explain, the mum, that her parents are buried there, her grandparents buried there, even though the family travelled all over the world, spreading music and songs. They always came back here. She'll express her gratitude at you doing the same and bring her daughter back. She'll stand and sort of say a few words. She's no priest, but she is a bard. She writes well, and she'll weave a soft tale of Mai's fierce independence, how she always got the better of her brother, how she, in Mai's own words, was always a bit bigger on the inside. She believed the best of herself, and it was something that they all sort of strived to encourage in her, knowing that she was this amazing person that could do anything. Although perhaps not anything. Once she's finished telling her story, she'll invite any of you that wish to say anything to say anything. But unless any of you speak up immediately, she'll sort of withdraw as the family move away, and tears sort of lower together the body and the burial site. And they begin to move the soil over, not with spades or tools or anything else, but with their bare hands. They reach down and they cover the body. She turns to all of you, and you'll always be family to us. My family is our family. You need anything? You know, any of you are missing a mom and need a cookie? Or a hug? Or to tell your troubles to? You'll always be welcome at the Tresney family home. Don't doubt that. Bringing my daughter's body home was more than I could have asked of anyone. She's at peace now. She sort of says this a few times. You know, she's at peace now. She's at peace now. And then she moves away, grief finally getting to her and being too much. As the rest of you stand around. One more person. Sorry, go on.
I look up at the dirt pile over her body, and I turn to Dane and I say, I realize why you guys were doing this.
Dane
It's-
won't say anything. So
it's a hard
continue,
truth.
Suju.
But I see that maybe it is something that is needed.
Kind of nod and of her on the back. Say, we'll need their closure. Their family. Thanks for coming. I know, you didn't have to, but I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for letting me come.
Of course. You're part of our family now.
Once the group has sort of made their peace, you won't be able to miss Corin's house on the way back. And you'll see somebody moving within it. Just a slight movement.
Kind of approach a window.
Okay.
Or I can't see through a window. Never mind. Ignore me.
Well, even if you could, it's fair. Like, you'll all notice that a red-headed dwarf appears to be sort of walking through the house. None of you recognize her. She has a big axe on her back. She appears to be sort of looking around, possibly at some paperwork.
I'm just gonna go inside.
Okay, are you wearing the robe when you do? The Inquisitor's robe.
Did I see them wearing it?
No.
Then no.
She was a well-armored dwarf. As you head in, she turns to you and she sort of immediately goes to grab her weapon, and then she looks at you again and... You the son?
Yeah.
Alright, no worries. Your ma's had me coming round here to pick up a couple of bits here and there for her. One of Macy's lot. Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb. Don't suppose you're any better at reading this shit than I am, are you? She sort of gestures towards the paperwork, and apparently in here somewhere, some letters. I don't know. She said they were between her son and some girl. I don't know. Next door neighbor or something. Apparently she's, I don't know, not well or something. Gods, I don't know. She sort of just bundles all this parchment together and sort of sticks it in a bag and sort of hands it to you. And your ma said to look through the paperwork. I don't know, maybe we just take it all to her. Eh?
Yeah. Sure.
I'm sorry, it's awkward and weird, right? She sort of shuffles round so she's closer to the door than you are. So it's like you're in her home, you're in your home, and she's like on the outside. And she's like, look, people are worried for your parents. Archon had us offer our services. you know, it's in the interest of safety and whatever. You want to wander about, that's all well and good, but you coming out, I'd stick on one of those robes if I was you. And she sort of gestures outside, and those are, like, friends, right?
Yeah, don't worry.
Aye. He spits on the floor and sort of, like, outside the house. I'll be on my way, and I'll see you back at Macy's, right? Safe travels. She sort of wanders off down the road. From this, you can kind of glean that maybe all of your families have been staying in Macy's and had people from Archon's people sort of wandering around and trying to keep the houses connected and in shape. And in fact, Corin, if you do then wander around the house, you'll notice signs of like careful tidying where it looks like perhaps the family are away on holiday or traveling or whatever. It's been made to look like they're currently not at home for like an extended period of time.
Okay.
But if you did want to collect anything, the lyre you won't find. Your mum's already had it brought to Macy's. But if there is anything else you were looking for.
Nah.
Okay. The rest of you, should you visit homes, will find relatively similar things. The only exception is Sonia. You were apprenticed to your uncle, is that correct?
Yeah, like a second uncle, like a relative.
Should you wander on by, obviously you'll be robed, so you won't see anything. You'll see him hard at work at the forge, creating weapons. You can surmise that he's probably not being particularly well paid, as they're probably weapons for Melisandre's troops.
Just back up. I'm going to approach.
Okay. In your robes? As this is it, sort of the blacksmith opens out onto the street, right? So it's a fairly open shop.
I wouldn't reveal myself out in the open.
Okay. As you move over close to the forge, go ahead and give me... Have I given you a blacksmithing check? A blacksmith tools check? If not, it's a constitution with proficiency. But I think you got a blacksmith check, so go ahead and give me that with advantage. As this is dwarven work.
Well...
23?
23.
You'll notice a little nick next to the hilt that you would recognize to be a sort of a fault, a flaw in the make of the weapon. You'd know your uncle doesn't make such simple mistakes, but it's pretty difficult for a non-blacksmith to discern a mistake like that. 2 or 3 swings of this weapon and it could easily break, and the blade could turn back upon the user. Make of that what you will.
Clever girl. Okay, yeah. Noticing this. Wait, does he care that I'm like a creepy?
As you move up and he sees the Inquisitor, he carries on his work, and you see that like he's set his jaw and he looks a little like slightly intimidated, slightly frightened. But he doesn't raise his eyes, and he continues on his work, waiting to be spoken to.
I will say something that he has said to Sonia many times, I'm sure, which is, "You're getting sloppy." Looking at his mistake there.
Can I assume you say this in Dwarven? Dwarvish.
Yeah, Dwarvish.
Upon hearing this, he sort of looks up. You've got to remember the robe also blocks out your face, but at this point, if you wanted to pull the robe back slightly, you could.
Yeah, I would show him my face.
Sonia?
Hey, how's it going? I see you got the forge running without me, after all.
It's no longer a business. The weapons turn out for the demon princess, or whatever they want to call her these days. But you're right, I'm getting a little sloppy. You made it home.
Just barely. But it wasn't a walk in the park. It took a loss along the way.
Oh no.
That's why we're back. But things have really gone to shit here, huh?
They're not all as bad and bleak as you look. There's a place down in the chalk quarters where a lot of the nobles are gathering. But there's also a fair bit of resistance in the Bard Quarter. Your friend Nico, his parents, started up a movement all the villages and hamlets around, telling stories of Melisande and that she wasn't all she set out to be. They were regarded pretty badly until, well, all this happened. Now they're seen as kind of like hometown heroes. They set up something called the Chain. It's a way of keeping in contact with other people. Each of us have a contact, and somebody who contacts us. Anybody who's part of the organization, they become part of the Chain. Pass messages on. We can get a message to Nico's family if you like. And, they're preparing a resistance,
Oh. Is there somewhere that we could meet up with them?
There's an old tavern up in the Bard's Quarters, whose name I got somewhere. Bear me a second. Too many notes, too many things. Oh, I don't think I have got it here. Nope, I don't have a Galvynia list there. I'll put it up later, but basically he'll tell you there's a tavern over the other side of town, which you did attend in like session 2, if anybody has that written down. A few of us gather around tables there. They mostly leave the taverns alone. They understand that people need a place to gripe and grump, as long as we're doing what we're meant to during the day. Luckily, these old arms escaped wielding a weapon for them. Because, they've got me churning out the buggers. I don't put a flaw in them all, that'd be far too obvious, but every now and again, just pop them a trap,
I figured. That's not like you to make a mistake like that.
No. Well, truth be told, I was thinking of making my escape, but I didn't want to not be here if you came home.
Where would you escape to?
Oh, back to Dwarven Halls and Dwarven Homes.
Yeah, that should have been obvious.
Well, trouble doesn't trouble us. We don't get these kind of demonic bitches in Dwarven. And apart from wives, they can be a bit like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Well.
How is the wife?
I slipped her out a couple of weeks ago.
Good.
Hopefully she's made it home. I miss the bitch, but hopefully she's safe.
Okay. Listen, my friends and I, we're not going to let this stand. I promise you. This is our home.
Don't you get yourself killed, Sonia.
I've gotten pretty close, but it hasn't gone over yet.
And don't put us old folk aside. The Chain might be full of hippies and wanderers and hermits and some truly strange folk, I promise you. But they're a force to be reckoned with as a group,
Yeah. Well, we will work with anyone we can to make things right here. I promise you that.
Well, you make your appearance up at the tavern and we'll have a drink over that.
Will do.
But I better get back to work. You might have the clever robe, but I've still got a job to do. With that, he tosses the sword he's currently working on over to the side in a pile of weapons and begins working on the next one. Pull your hood up, girl. You're a bit short for one of those cultist fellows.
Right, sorry. And I'll pull my robe back up and go meet up with the group.
And as you all head back to Macy's, where you can lay low, that is where we'll end.
Can I do something before we end?
Yeah, possibly.
Well, first of all, I'd like to put my picture back in the box. And before I put the box back under the floorboards, I'm going to take the warding ring off that had bonded with me and Mai. And I'm going to put it in the box and put the boards back over it. And then I'm going to go downstairs and take the flowers. And I'm going to take them to where she's buried and put it on where her body is.
You can take a moment there on your own to sort of make your peace. And then that's where we'll end. MVPs. Well, first of all, to your new character, Neva, Hannah, your MVP.
Oh, okay. Well, I have some minor things written up. It's mostly just Dane.
Mm-hmm.
Your bestie.
And yeah, wow. No, I just love how Dane. He's also he's always so cheery and so like okay. And I really loved how he was like, okay, you can join. Like immediately after meeting Neva. And I also really liked how when we were fighting the trolls and they were hurting Neva, that he was like, yeah, I have a new friend now, and I don't like to see her hurt, so eat my damage.
Yep. Speaking of which, Tom.
Well, first, of course, Neva, she's amazing. I love her so much. I love that she arrived to the group, and instead of being like, I'm here to help you defeat this evil goddess, she started off with the most, like, suspicious, ominous way of introducing herself, like, I've been hunting you.
Got something I want.
Yeah. I love that, yeah, like, no, she couldn't just be like, I'm here to help. No, she had to be like... I love her, like, and I love her vibe. I love her little moment with Dean at the funeral. I really love her. What else? I have a couple of things written down. Oh, at the beginning of the session, I think it was an accident, but when you were describing the party to to Neva, and you were describing Nico, and you were like, and resting on his knees. It's a huge sword, and I just saw Michaela to a face, like.
Yeah, man.
You're like, there's a huge sword on his knees that he's ready to pull out at any moment, and Michaela just made a face, and I was like,
My bad. Oscar.
That Nico went home to reminisce on his memories, and the only memories that he could really think about was Kelaan.
Oh God.
Not true, but of course you would think that.
It's the only one you specified on.
No, I said
I mean,
of all the
here's
times
mine.
we laughed around the campfire, and
Yeah,
I
but you
gave
did the entire group, and then you only singled out Kelaan.
But it was everybody teasing him that was the bit he remembered.
No. Oh, yeah, but still, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's real.
Josh.
My MVP is actually, funnily enough, about Kelaan. But it's actually when he was like, I'm going to cast Identify on this next, I'm going to hold it. And Sonia's like, oh, this is awkward.
Because imagine that. It takes 10 minutes, so we're just standing like
Just
this.
kinda,
He's like
right
got his-
here with
Yeah, he's got his hand like around my neck like for 10 minutes. We're just like this. Like, yeah.
I'm like
so
4 feet taller than you, so I'm kind of like armed down.
2
Kind of
foot, but yes.
a little bit.
I love the fact that he couldn't have just cast it. He had to ritual cast it. Just so he could have his hand around your neck for 10 minutes. Yeah, very true. Jay.
Yeah, the Identify thing. Neva's introduction, good job. Totally not sus at all. And then like the funeral, how Dane just told her like, well, you're a part of the family. I'm like, we barely know her. What are you talking about, Dane?
Dane's just inviting. He loves everyone.
I mean, Dane genuinely feels that way. He isn't lying. He's like, well, you fought with us. We are bonded now.
There's plenty of others who have, and you haven't said that to them.
Michaela.
Yes. Again, how suspicious Neva's introduction was, but then her immediately getting like the first kill of the session. And also, this really tickled me. When we're talking about, workshopping our group name, and how Dane is trying to make the Nightmare Hunters happen, and then he said, I didn't know we were going to be a serious party. I thought we were just hanging out in the city. That's why he liked the Nameless 11 at first. But now we need a serious name for
To be
saving
fair,
the world.
the Nameless 11 made great sense when you were lifting barrels and delivering crates. It's not so great when you're,
Yeah.
You see, that is
That
Dave's
is
logic.
absolute.
It's like, I thought...
Yeah, I got what you
gonna be a
meant,
sitcom.
but I thought it was funny. It's like, really? You thought my whole campaign was going to be a joke, bitch? But yeah, no, I had a few MVPs. It was such a pleasure to just dunk Hannah in it, minute 1. She's like, hey, describe your character. Where are you? What you doing? And why are you doing it? And she's just like, I wasn't ready. I was like, what do you think you were going to be doing this session? I loved that I was fully prepared to fudge the fight so that Neva got the first kill, and then she just so happened mathematically to do it anyway, and I was like, yes. I didn't have to make anything up, so that was really convenient, because she was always going to get the kill, but I didn't expect it just to happen mechanically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was just a real bit of luck. So I think that was sort of a really nice way of sort of welcoming her into the group, right? It just seemed right. Originally, I was going to have her sort of rescue you guys from some dangerous fight. And then I was like, I don't know if I trust Hannah's first decision on her character to be something that will rescue you. I was like, she'll come in and she'll be like, I'll cast this spell, and I'm like, shit, it affects them too. Oh dear. But like, do you know what I mean? Just like, one of those moments. It was like, everything in you expected her to do one thing, and she did something different. But actually, the way you play Neva is fairly similar to how I would have played Neva, so I really like that. You know, we're seeing a completely diverse Hannah, because obviously, you know, Mai was not played like a traditional bard, but Neva is seeming played like a traditional warlock, which is nice. And also, just to have you have a new character, bring it along, and then do more damage than anyone else in the fight with the Sickening Radiance was just beautiful. Obviously, the radius is disgusting, so that probably helps. But yeah, so Neva was great having her along. I really liked Nico's moment in his house. I really liked Sonia and Nico's interaction with the priest. But yeah, just in general, like the campfire moments and stuff. It's just such a beautiful party to have as a party. I believe it is time to give my final gift. This is, I think, is your last attribute point for a while. But you may each take an attribute point and put it where you wish.
Yeah.
Yes, even Neva. I think this will bring us up to what is the expected power level for our current level. At which point we'll then sort of give them out as rewards for very specific behavior, etc. But it's the last bit of catching up attribute-wise we have to do. I think that should bring each of you to a 20 in one attribute. Is that correct? Does anybody now not have a 20 in an attribute?
I already have a 21.
Sonia, you don't get a 20 con with that?
I took off that necklace. My constitution was only
19 because of the
19
necklace.
with that horrible amulet.
It was the amulet of toughness, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, brutal. What is it without it?
My con is 14.
Rough.
It's cool.
We'll have a word about that. Because
I
I'm
was
sort
dying
of...
for a point of wisdom.
Yeah, my basis around this was that you would permanently have 19 con. We'll work that out on a session. But yes, you may each take an attribute point. We should now be coming up to the point at which it's roughly balanced for everybody. And
We leveled
now,
up also.
yeah, you also did level up to level 8. Please remember that you don't get ASIs. You may instead put nothing in nothing. However, that is where we'll end. So, without further ado, if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
we shall see you soon.